Yeah, 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 yeah. Shake it, but keep pointing out all the lies, putting the scripture right in your eye. The Bible guy, he reads Hebrew and Greek and shows you that your book's not unique. The Bible guy, he turns through the pages until every Christian rages. The Bible guy, watch one time and you're hooked. Now let's watch why the Christians get cooked. The Bible guy.
Howdy, folks. Bible Guy here, coming at you live from Northeast Texas. How are we all doing today? Everyone, make sure you tap that screen. Share the live with those you love, with those you hate, with your friends, and with your enemies. Let's get the word out there so we can have some interesting conversations about God, the Bible, and, why should I be a Christian? Guys, I've got 3/4 stick of butter. How much pasta should I make? All the pasta. Make all the pasta. That is my suggestion. Listen, I am a pasta fiend. Love me some pasta. So the more the merrier, I say, for all the pasta. How many more times should I say pasta? Did you hear about the Italian chef? He passed away. Hello, Chuck McNorris. Rode in a pod. God equals the squab Rudolph. And 55445. Howdy, everybody. What's your biggest philosophical point of contention with the New Testament? I don't know if I'd call it a philosophical contention, but Jesus not fulfilling any prophecies about the Messiah from the Old Testament is probably my biggest contention. Fuck me. My biggest contention against the New Testament. Philosophically, I think it's the fact that God is just unjust in the New Testament. The cross is unjust from beginning to end. Anyways, I'm Dalton the Bible Guy, resident atheist Bible expert. If you are a Christian, you'd like to come up and give me a reason why I should be a Christian, call on up. Let's have a conversation. I promise I won't bite unless you ask me to. Also, everyone, make sure you're tapping that screen. Tap that screen like Jonathan wanted to tap King David. Tap that screen like the Romans. Tap them nails in Jesus. We can get pushed out into the algorithm. That would be fantastic. Zing, says Nathalie. Yep, guys, I just checked. That is Dalton the Bible Guy. This is, in fact, it is I. I am me, and me am I. That. I in there with the Bible Guy. Yes. All right. So hopefully we'll get some Christians brave enough to come up and brave the storm of atheism. Can I come and share something really? Yeah, of course, Brianna, you can come up and share something. Rainbow Ghost, howdy, partner. Sharing is caring. I definitely agree. Shaitan says, greetings, Shaitan. Hello, Dr. Joe. Good to see you there. Oh, Dr. Joe, thank you for sharing the live. Saint Brianna, friendly Saint Brianna, what brings you up? What do you got to tell us there, bud?
Hello. I just wanted to share something that's kind of been on my mind today.
Yeah.
Earlier, I was watching Christ Before Jesus, Jaron.
Mm-hmm.
And there was one specific guest. He came up and he was discussing why he was a Christian, and he decided to share his story of how he wants to figure out truth and what's real, So he went through his journey of like different religions, like Buddhism, Judaism, Christianity, and like really at the end, like he basically states that he wants to know things, like he wants to find the truth to stuff. And I mean, that's a fair question because I mean, like we're humans, like we're curious in nature, and it's like in a way, like I feel like you really won't find like certain answers to questions in religion, like why am I here? What's the purpose of me being here? Like I feel like the answer to that is like standing right in front of you, like the present, like the reality that you're living in right now. Like why not focus on stuff that makes you happy, stuff that like actually helps you in life, like friends, family, pets, that sort of thing. Um, yeah, I feel like philosophical and emotional questions like that, you're not really gonna find in a religion. It's up to you to come up with that. And at the end of the day, like there's certain questions that you're not gonna know, like you're not gonna find the answer to, and that's okay. Like we're not gonna know the answers to everything in the world, like mainly like emotional philosophical questions. So I feel like it's important, instead of like trying to find like peace and happiness in a religion, why not just like focus more on what's in front of you?
Oh yeah, I agree. Yeah. So a lot of people treat this life as if it's the doormat to get into a bigger and better house. When in reality, you're in the house and you should enjoy your time in the house. I agree, St. Brown. Much appreciated for that word of knowledge. Johnny Yoku says all anti-God live streams are to Aura Farm. Um, that's a nice little opinion you got there, Johnny. Got any facts to back that up?
But anyway, that was just a little thing that was going through my head. I mean, like, don't get me wrong. I mean, we like crash outs every now and then, but it's calls like that with like people who actually want answers to stuff, like they're actually honest. I feel like that's more important, and I feel like that's why the stuff that you do, like it actually helps people who are like going through the same process as he did. You know, they're looking for answers, and they're upset that they can't get certain answers from religion. So, or like reality in general. Like I feel like the stuff
Peop
that you this
People
like
need to be
go ahead.
more satisfied with just saying, I don't know sometimes.
Yeah, like saying I don't know is okay. Like not knowing the answers to certain questions is okay. Like we're not going to know everything. We are curious. We're curious beings. So, I mean, that's natural.
Hmm.
But I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, the best thing you can do is to live your life like the best way you want to, and to make the world a better place than how it was yesterday.
Yeah. Well, St. Brown, thank you for that. I'm gonna move on to the next guest, but hey, it's always good to hear from you.
Yeah, absolutely.
We got here Jolie. Jolie, I'm gonna ask you 3 preliminary questions and then we'll get to the conversation at hand. Question number 1, are you at least 18 years old?
Yep,
What was that?
I am. I'm 18.
All right, and what pronouns do you go by?
She, her.
And are you a Christian?
Yes,
All right, I'm Dalton, the Bible guy. Why should I be a Christian?
because God saves lives.
Not if he doesn't exist.
But he does. He exists. There's like so many proven things.
Like,
Like Noah's Ark, the Great Flood.
we haven't proven that.
Do you have sources?
Do you have sources?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and do that. Bring me
It's in the
evidence.
Bible.
The Bible's not a source, it's just a claim.
The Bible is real. It's a source.
I mean, Bibles exist, so they're technically real, but the content in them isn't true.
Whatever, bro.
Wow, great rebuttal. Is that really it?
Yeah, because you're not even willing to talk.
I am. You're just not willing to give me any evidence. You're just saying the Bible. That's it. If I said to you, listen, the evidence that Islam is true is because the Quran says it's true, you wouldn't accept that. Okay. Weak as fuck. Man. Today I prophesy Bob won't come up. You're probably going to make yourself a true prophet, Parker. Bob never comes up. The only reason they come up is so they can drop down because they're, cowards. Rashi, are you at least 18 years old?
Yeah.
And what pronouns do you go by?
I go by him.
You go by what?
Him.
All right. And are you a Christian?
No, I'm actually a Catholic.
Why do y'all keep saying that?
Keep saying what?
That you're not Christian? You know
I'm
Catholics
not
are
Christian.
You know Catholics are Christian, right?
No,
What
there's
is-
a difference between
when you-
Christians and there's a difference between Roman Catholic.
When you become Catholic, you have to take a class. What is that class called?
You got it.
What?
I say you got it.
RCIA. You have to go to RCIA to become a Catholic. And what does RCIA stand for?
You got it. You got that argument right there.
Do you not know?
No, I don't. I honestly don't. I was raised in a Catholic household.
RCIA
And
stands
if
for
I-
the RCIA, which is the class you have to take in order to become Catholic, is called the Rite of Christian Initiation for Adults. Catholics are Christian. They are the largest Christian sect in Christendom.
I got you. Well, I'm not really here to do too much. I just saw.
So why should I be a Christian, Rashi?
Why should you be?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to sit here and force you to become a Christian, right? Because it's no right for anybody to force another person to join religion.
That's great because I never asked you to force me. I just asked for reasons and evidence.
Yeah, wait. Let me talk. So, I have no right to sit here and force you to join. All I'm saying is based on people's beliefs and what's so funny?
Nothing. Just keep going.
I'm just wondering what's so funny. I'm being respectful right now. Anyways.
Okay, why do you think that Catholicism is true?
Do I think what?
Catholicism is true.
What is that?
Catholicism?
Yeah.
Come on, dude. You're Catholic and you don't know what Catholicism is?
I said I was raised in a Catholic household.
Catholicism is the sect of being Catholic. Catholicism.
Well, maybe you could teach me something new then here.
I've already taught you 2 new things.
I know, and that's good. That's good.
How are you gonna convince me to be Catholic if you don't know anything about what it means to be Catholic?
Well, I'm not here to convince you. What my main reason why I joined this live, I'm wondering what is your disbeliefs in Christian to be Christian?
Because y'all haven't given
What
me
reason?
Y'all have not given me a reason to be Christian.
So is that the only reason?
Yeah, that's a pretty good reason not to be Christian.
Oh, that's good. I only joined just to ask you why. That's really it.
Okay.
All I do.
God damn! I had a Catholic just now tell me what is Catholicism. God damn. Savvy world. I'm gonna ask you 3 preliminary questions, and then we'll get to the conversation. Question number 1: are you at least 18 years old?
Yes.
Question number 2: What pronouns do you go by?
On him.
And question number 3, are you a Christian?
Yes.
All right. I'm Dalton the Bible guy. Why should I be a Christian?
Because it's irrational to think that God doesn't exist.
What's irrational about not being convinced of a position?
So with the last guest, you committed a fallacy appealing to ignorance, saying that's the reason you don't think God exists, because you haven't seen the evidence.
God could exist. I'm just not convinced that he does yet, because no one's
So
given me a
when you
reason
say,
to.
so when you posit that God could exist, what you're saying is God exists in a possible reality.
I don't even know what that would mean, possible reality.
Well, let me explain. A possible reality would be something that corresponds to the current reality that is not necessarily contingent, but could be. So
I don't know that it could be. Like, I don't
Let
know
me
that
give you an
other
example.
realities could be. Let's just talk about the reality that we
Well,
actually
no,
do
let me
exist
give you an
in.
example. Yeah, we are. So let me give you an example, right? Bigfoot could possibly exist. I don't have any reason to believe he exists, right?
Okay,
but
so
real quick,
but does Bigfoot
but
actually?
he could.
But do we have any evidence that Bigfoot actually exists?
So yeah, when we talk about Bigfoot, and I say he could possibly exist, that means I'm saying there's a world in which he exists, and it's not contradictory to comporting to that world.
The word "is" would imply that the world has ontology, like that there is a world where Bigfoot does exist, but I'm not convinced that such a world does exist.
And so when I say world, I'm just referring to our reality, you know.
Well, no, in this
experience it.
reality, as far as I can tell, Bigfoot doesn't exist.
Yeah, me too. But
Okay. But if you wanted to
well,
convince me that Bigfoot existed, you would show me like a corpse or some DNA evidence or something like that. You would present actual evidence. You wouldn't be going into this nonsense about possible worlds. So do you have any positive evidence of God's actual existence?
Did you say using deductive reasoning is nonsense?
I'm just wondering if this is your best argument. It's like
you're not even letting me complete this. It kind of feels like you're a little bit where I feel like if I was nonsensical, you would allow me to embarrass myself in front of your audience, right?
You already have.
Okay, so allow me to continue.
Sure.
So when I say Bigfoot is possible, I'm saying the attributes assigned to him, as you know, define what Bigfoot is.
Well, I don't know that the God of classical theism is possible.
Okay, well let's get to that. Okay, yeah, let's get right to that then. So you're saying the God of classical theism
can something exist outside of space and time?
Yes.
How?
So yeah, we're having a logical conversation, right? The laws of logic exist outside of space and time, correct?
They exist. They don't
have. Do they change? Will they ever change?
The laws of logic are not prescriptions for the universe. They're descriptions of the universe.
Okay. Do they ever change?
As far as I can tell, no. Because the universe is consistent.
That would mean they're not within time, right?
No, all there exists is time and space, as far as I know.
How do you define time?
Time is the fourth dimension.
That's circular. What does it do? What does it describe? What does it describe?
It describes change.
Exactly. So if the laws of logic don't change, they don't describe the laws of logic, meaning they're outside of time.
Wait. What do you think the laws of logic are?
Yeah, identity, excluded middle.
Do you think that these are like
they're conceptual in nature?
Are they prescriptive in nature, or are they just descriptive?
They're conceptual in nature.
Are they prescriptive or are they descriptive of something?
They're descriptive.
They're descriptive, so they're not like
of our reality.
There's not like all it's described. The laws, all the laws of logic do is that they just describe
our reality,
how the universe seems to function.
Yeah, I agree. How we can, yeah.
How can something exist outside of space and time?
Okay, so are you saying you just said time describes changes in state, and then you said the laws of logic don't change, therefore they're not describing the laws of logic.
The laws of
They're
logic
outside of
don't.
time.
Our descriptions of the universe don't change because the universe seems to act consistently.
You're just proving my point even more, bro.
Nope, you haven't given me any reason that something could exist
From
outside of space and time.
so if the law of logic don't change, do they exist? You're saying they still
They don't
exist
have.
in time?
They don't have ontology. They're just descriptions.
They don't have ontology?
Yeah, there's not like I can get like the
Whoa,
laws of
whoa,
logic
whoa,
and put
what?
them in a jar somewhere.
That's not.
They're,
What do you
they
think ontology
the
is?
laws of logic, something which has being.
That's not what ontology
From the
is,
Greek
bro.
word ontos, meaning being.
Well, that's not how we use it in West. Are you in America?
Yes, I'm in America.
Yeah, that's not how we use it defined by Merriam-Webster or
Really?
any other stuff.
So
Yeah.
ontology is not the study of a thing's being.
Yeah, but you say you can't put it in a jar. A thing can be and still not be physical. You say you can't put it
in the
in a
sense
jar.
that the laws of logic can exist in the sense that I can look at the universe and then I can use words to describe the universe. Those words exist. My mental perception of the universe exists.
You said the laws of logic. You said the laws of logic don't have an ontology.
Yeah, not beyond just like my ability to like observe the universe and describe it.
So do they or do they don't have an ontology?
Not in any like substantial way. Like they're not like there's no like I can't go out and find the laws of logic written anywhere. Like on some sort of grand tablet that the universe. I'm still not any closer.
Does that mean it doesn't have an ontology?
Do you not wait, to be clear, do you not have a reason for me to think that something could exist outside?
Yeah, let's change because you were just blundering and blundering.
Can something exist outside of space and time? I'm not any closer to being convinced.
Yeah, the laws of logic, which you apparently are not using.
They don't exist outside of space and time. They describe space and time.
So they exist within space and time?
Yes.
So something inside of time doesn't change?
Something inside of time? Again, the descriptions of the universe remain consistent. The descriptions of the universe remain consistent insofar as the universe seems to remain consistent. We are giving descriptions to the things that we describe in the universe. Doesn't tell me anything about whether or not something could exist outside the boundaries of space and time.
And yet you're appealing to something that does not change.
That something not changing doesn't mean that something exists outside of space and time. What is going on here?
No, like you said, it's descriptive. It's describing something within space and time.
We exist within space and time, and we observe space and time. When we describe it using our words, the descriptions are found in our words. The words
what are we
exist,
describing?
The universe.
Something within space and time.
Yes, we're describing space and time. We're not something within space and time. We're describing space and time.
We're using a concept that does not change to describe our physical reality.
No. The thing is itself the description.
The thing, it also defines itself. That's not circular.
We've gotten 8 minutes and 42 seconds in this conversation, and you've yet to give me a reason. You've yet to give me a reason to think that anything could exist outside of space and time. So far, the entirety of this conversation has only been about things that exist within space and time. I want evidence for something. Yes, it does. Within time, it does. Yes.
And logic exists within time and doesn't change. You're contradicting yourself.
Wait. What about not changing implies that you exist outside of space time?
Yeah, because time is a measurement of change. So if it doesn't change, it can't measure it. So it can't be within. It can't. It's not contingent on it. It's not contingent upon time.
That doesn't follow. Again,
so wait,
they're just
is logic
descriptions.
Contingent upon time? Hold on, is logic contingent upon time?
The process of doing logic exists here in the head, in our brains.
If there's no time, if something is eternal, can it still be described?
Wait, eternal doesn't mean
with identity.
Wait. Eternal doesn't mean the same thing as timeless, like outside of time.
I know. Well, I know. Infinite would be within time and never beginning, never ending, right?
Eternal just means existing always and will always exist. It doesn't mean existing. It doesn't mean existing outside of space time.
Okay, sure. What? It doesn't mean it. What?
Here, we're not seem to
you-
get anywhere, so I'm gonna put you on a timer
Because you don't
now,
know how
so that you'll hurry up and
How are
get to
you
the point.
defining time, bro?
So
time is a measurement of change. So something
now,
eternal doesn't change.
slow down. So you have I'm gonna put you on a timer here. I'll start the timer over in just a second, but I just want you to know, like, these are the rules of the Philbro rulebook. You must talk and measure pace.
You think I'm a Phil, bro?
If you use technical jargon, that jargon must be explained. Explain to me like I'm your grandmother, because I'm not the philosophy guy. Your goal in this debate must be to persuade me, not to win a debate, and you have 5 minutes. So, go.
I don't know if I should honor or dishonor the Phil bro thing, but I think that's cool. I'm not trying to be a Phil bro. Anyway,
we're not
I'm wasting
getting
my
anywhere.
time.
And the problem is that we're not getting anywhere in this conversation.
Okay. And I did this before, but for the record, when I am positing time, I'm using the word as a measurement of changes in state. Anything that can change is contingent upon time. Okay. Anything that
upon time.
Yeah.
I mean, to change is really just change it under B theory. Change is really just an illusion. Like,
yeah,
we have slivers of time, and that there's an illusion that things are changing, but in reality, all moments in time are equally actual.
I feel that, and I kind of appeal to that, but it's still the time. So on that, we're talking about like an XY axis. Time is still a plot, right? So time in B theory, time is just measuring points instead of the difference. But regardless, it's still the same thing.
Are we going to get to the point in this conversation where you show me that something could exist
you
outside of space and time?
So what do you mean when you say outside of space and time?
As in, exists for 0 seconds and exists within 0 space.
So like, time is
that's
measured in seconds.
And that's the problem. And that's the problem, bud. Is that I don't even know what it would mean.
We're defining time
to exist.
Different.
I don't even know what it would mean for something to exist outside of space. Wait, not done talking. I don't even know what it would mean for something to exist outside of space and time. It's why I can't believe. It's why I'm incapable of believing that something could.
Well, what standard are you adhering to define time?
Science.
That's the first problem.
Science, the scientific definition of time.
I'm adhering to Merriam-Webster. Whose scientific definition of time are you adhering to? That's going to solve a lot of problems.
The consensus.
You're just making up what you think time is, and it's not.
I'm not making it up. Time is the 4th dimension that we move through.
Okay. Who's your source? Please show me you're not just making this up.
Einstein, I suppose.
Einstein's theory of relativity is not saying time, not defining time as the 4th dimension, which we're moving, still defining time as measurement.
To be clear, are you contending with the scientific consensus that time is the 4th dimension?
Oh my goodness gracious! Yes. Because you're getting off topic. You're not really. How are you defining time?
Go ahead and provide this evidence that time is opposite of what scientists say.
I mean, I adhere to it. I don't know if it's true or not. That's not my claim. My claim is that as we define time according to Merriam-Webster,
I go with the scientific definition of what time is.
Things within inside of time change. Things that don't change are not dependent on time.
Descriptions.
I don't know what
descriptions don't
I don't know
change.
What resources? What is a resource, bro?
Descriptions don't change so long as the thing being described remains consistent. But if if the universe somehow changed in some way, then the descriptions would change. But it's just the only reasons that the laws of logic don't change is because as descriptions, they describe something that, as far as we can tell, remains consistent.
The reason why they do or don't change isn't that question. The question is, do they change? And if they change, how can they be defined
as far as
in
we
time?
can tell, they don't, because the universe remains consistent. But this doesn't tell me anything about something that exists outside of space and time, outside of the universe.
When you say that, you're saying that the laws of logic are liable to change. What are we talking about?
If the universe, if the universe somehow changed, then the laws of logic would change, because the laws of logic are, again, just descriptions of the universe. They're descriptions.
Wait, can 2 plus 2 equal 10 at some point?
I don't know.
If our reality changes?
I'm not convinced that it
Hold
could be.
on. That's what you're saying, though. That's what
I'm
you're
saying if the universe could change somehow.
Okay, yeah. If the universe changed, 2 plus 2 could equal 10. Like you got
saying that 2 plus 2 equals 10 is as unreasonable to me as saying something could exist outside of space and time.
That's crazy. So my initial claim was that I don't believe atheists are actually atheists because you only arrive to that conclusion through the lack of reason.
Because y'all haven't given us any good reasons to believe in God.
You showed me that you've been irrational. You literally showed everybody you're irrational.
Thank you for wasting our time. We didn't get 1 centimeter closer to believing that your God exists. I am of the position that the claim 2 plus 2 equals 10 is as irrational as a God exists outside of space and time. Hey, Rainbow Ghost.
Hey. I just wanted to let you know, and you can do whatever you want with this information, but there's a raging bigot in the comments promoting conversion therapy practices and really evil stuff. The Wild Child, and I told them to knock it off.
They're a piece of shit. I got that.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you for that.
Happy to help. Anyways, fuck everyone who says we should do conversion therapy. Conversion therapy is torture. I'm very anti-torture, so fuck you. Also, RJ, why don't you come up? Oh, the Wild Child wants to come up now. Wild Child, I'm going to ask you 3 preliminary questions. You have to answer these questions like everyone else. Question number 1, are you at least 18 years old?
Oh, no, you can hear me?
What was that?
Can you hear me?
I can barely even hear you.
Oh. Can you hear me now?
Are you at least 18 years old?
Yeah.
And what pronouns do you go by?
He, him.
And are you a Christian?
Yeah.
Shocker. Why should I be a Christian?
I'm not focused on that part. I don't care.
That's the topic. That is the topic of today. I don't care what you want to talk about. The topic of today is why should I be a Christian?
Because I think
you just came up. You just came up here to talk about gay people because you're obsessed with what people do in the privacy of their own bedrooms. Shocker. But either you will give me a reason why I should be a Christian, or I'll just move on. I'm not going to let you be a bigot up here, if that was your goal. So, Wild Child, why should I be a Christian?
Because you need to be saved.
From what?
From your gayness.
I'm not gay. But even if I was, wouldn't be a thing to need to be saving from. Why would I? How would being gay imply any danger to me?
You're not gay? Oh my god.
I know you're obsessed with gay people because the closet is made of glass. But anyways, because you're gay and you're repressing your gayness. We get it, dude. It's fine. You can just be yourself. We don't fucking care. Anyways, now why should I be a Christian? Because every time you do this shit, you're pushing me further and further away from Christianity by showing how irrational and stupid you are. So, why should I be a Christian?
Because the LGBT community.
We're not talking about the LGBT community. Why should I be a Christian? Anything about the LGBT community? Why should I believe it's wrong? Why should I believe it's wrong just because the Bible says so? I don't believe in the Bible. Why should I care what the Bible says?
Because it's just wrong. It's just wrong.
Wow, it's wrong.
I don't understand.
It's wrong because it's wrong. You know what? Why didn't I consider it's wrong because it's wrong? My God. Why won't my extension cord work? I have it plugged into itself.
It's not healthy.
And yet it's not receiving. And you know what's really not being healthy? You know what's really not healthy?
It's not healthy.
You know what's not healthy? Homophobia. Now, why should I give a shit what the Bible says?
Yo, I was gay before.
I think you're still gay. You're just repressing it. Now, why should I care what the Bible says? I'm trying to keep you on topic. You don't seem to want to stay on topic. So, homophobe, Why should I care what the Bible says?
Cause in gay culture,
Don't. You know, I'll ask you one more time. If you bring up the LGBT community again, I will just drop you and you're muted, so you won't be able to talk to the chat. So why should I give a shit what the Bible says? You bigot.
I don't really care for the Bible. I just want to.
Yeah, go fuck yourself. Anyways, they're so fucking pathetic. Every one of them. Iconic. Anyways, guess we will all see through your weird obsession. Yes, they're so obsessed. They're so obsessed with what other people do in the privacy of their own. You see my message on YouTube, TikTok, where? Let's see. TikTok. Oh, I think I did see that. Yeah. If it's what I'm thinking it is, why is my internet not working? Come on. If it's about starting up that one thing again and participating, yes, I would like to do that with you. We should be allowed to punch homophobes. I'm 100%. You know, usually I say violence not the answer. Punching homophobes, I think, is the answer. We just need to bring back public shaming. Oh, you're good, St. Browna. Anyways, everyone make sure you tap that screen. Hey, where has trust but verify been? I don't think that's really my business to talk about, especially since I don't have all the information. Why are becoming more red-pilled society is what I want to know. I blame Bryce and others. I don't know, the red pill is killing America. When you label everyone a racist or a homophobe, those labels lose all meaning. I don't label everyone a racist or a homophobe. My friends, the people that I actually choose to be friends with, they're not racist. They're not homophobes. But MAGA people? Yeah, racist and homophobes. It's because women aren't forced to be with a man for financial means, so shitty men don't get a wife. Yeah, that's really a big part of it, is that men, the red pill society exists because men want to force women into relationships, because women will not, of their own free volition, want anything to do with Republican men. No request line. I want to come up. Yeah, you can come up. There's a little pink and blue person at the bottom of the screen. You click on that and you'll be able to come up. Let's see. Ryder, are you at least 18 years old?
Yes.
Really? Are you American?
Yes, sir.
What's a W-2 form?
Say that again?
What's a W-2 form?
Let me Google it.
No. Don't fucking lie to me. We can hear it in your voice. Throws the voice low. I mean, no, I'm totally 18 years old. God. Ryder, I'm not bringing you up. You're a child. We don't talk to children. We're not Catholic priests. Man. Bring up RJ. RJ's more than welcome to request up, but they'll never request up because they're cowards. RJ just wants to run their math in the comment section because it's easier to run your math in the comment section rather than coming up and actually having your beliefs questioned on the spot. RJ said maybe I should skip 1 or 2 meals. Maybe you should stop eating so much dick, RJ. Then you'd be able to come up and actually talk to me. Yeah, everyone call RJ a coward in the comment section. RJ scared? Yeah, they are. He's been chirping in the chat for weeks, never joins time for a mute. I agree. Actually, RJ, time to box up or shut up. So you'll be shut up until you box up. Simple as that. See how easy that was? I would love to come up, but unfortunately we agree that religion is stupid as all hell. Yeah. Wow, you out up with peeps like that for a week. You put up with peeps like that for weeks. I'm, if anything, too patient with these people. Okay, Kobe fan here. I just sent you a request. It's not letting me? Oh, well, then you can't request up. That's all there is to it. Most Christians are being tricked into the Catholic ways, and I see it happening a lot. Tricked into the Catholic ways. Catholicism is no more or less silly than whatever version of Christianity you believe in. Catholicism is just another sect of Christianity. Is RJ really still here? Just sitting out and like hate watching me? That's funny. Ryder, I'm not letting you up here. You are a child. This is an 18+ area. He just left? What a wuss. No, Catholics believe you have to do things to make it into heaven. Christianity, it believes you just have to believe in Jesus, nothing more. That's incorrect, Icarus. Since Catholics are Christian, there are Christians who believe in sola fide, faith alone, and then there are Christians who believe in faith and works together. Your version of Christianity, Icarus, did not exist for 1,500 years. The first 1,500 years of Christianity, Protestant Christianity did not exist. The Catholics are more valid in their beliefs than you as a Protestant. Do all Catholics believe in faith and works, or is it split? Yeah, they do. It's a necessary part of their religion. I mean, maybe if you get like a really uneducated Catholic, which there are tons of, they might tell you faith alone or something like that. But it's not a Catholic position. The whole "they're not Christians" is just a fallacy. Oh yeah, it's the no true Scotsman fallacy. I don't understand how just believing Jesus resurrected means anything. What's the point? Yeah, especially since the Bible makes it very clear that, you know, faith alone isn't sufficient. You can just believe whatever the fuck you want, or just you have to believe the right thing and do whatever you want. And that's probably worse. The fact that the God doesn't care what you do, He only cares what you mentally assent to. It's really worse. I would rather have a religion where it's works without faith as opposed to faith without works, because faith without works produces some of the most abominable people. Yep, they want that get out of jail free card. Yeah. Maybe I think it's about time I did a restart on TikTok. So I'm going to do a quick restart and hopefully we'll get some Christians who want to come up. What about once saved, always saved? Not biblical. The Bible does not teach once saved, always saved. All right. Let's see. Do a quick restart. Guys, I've been growing my hair out, as you can clearly see. I'm going to be growing it out quite long. Let me know what you think. Wild Child, I hope you know I'm going to hold you to the same standard. Wild Child, why should I be a Christian? Or like, I'll just pick up the conversation back where we left off. Why should I care what the Bible says?
All right, so what made you an atheist?
What made me an atheist is the fact that none of you Christians have ever given me a good reason to think that your God exists. So you got any good reason why I should think that your God exists? If you bring up LGBT people even once, I will just drop you. And not only will I drop you, I will block you this time.
How would I? That's kind of hard because like.
Yeah, just like that dick you sucked last night. Now,
okay,
why should I think that
wait,
your God
I have a
exists?
question. Wait. So
don't forget the rule.
I can't say anything about gays, but you could say something about gays.
Do it, and you'll be blocked.
Huh?
Yeah.
So wait, what? All right, so Jesus came to save our sins.
To save our sins. That's not even the Christian.
Yeah.
To save us from our sins. I don't believe in sin. Sin is the breaking of God's sin is breaking God's law according to 1 John chapter 3 verse 4. But if God doesn't exist, he doesn't have a law. It's just man's law. I don't give a shit about what the ancient Israelites thought.
So okay, if I'm not talking about gays. Okay.
Vader, I'm going to ask you 3 preliminary questions, and then we'll get to the conversation at hand. Question number 1: are you at least 18 years?
Sorry. All right, here. Are you there?
I'm going to ask you 3 preliminary questions, and then we'll get to the conversation. Question number 1: are you at least 18 years old?
I'm 19.
All right. Question number 2: what pronouns do you go by?
He, him.
Question number 3: are you a Christian?
Yes.
All right. I'm Dalton the Bible guy. Why should I be a Christian?
All right, so let's not even look at being a Christian. I just want to know what's your stance on morality. Like, where do you see your morals as?
I see my morals as being superior to Christian morals.
Being superior to Christian morals. What do you base your morality on?
Fairness and well-being. Unlike Christians that just base their morality on whatever God says goes, which allows for those horrible things to be true.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. So your morality is based on just fairness and all that?
Fairness and well-being.
Fairness and well-being.
Which is always going to be superior to my God just said so.
I agree. So obviously, okay, so I got your stance on morality then. Why would you not want to believe in God is pretty much my question. Like, okay, like I know your reason why you don't believe in God, but like, why is that?
Oh, it's not a matter of want. I want to believe in true things. And if God's not real and not true, then I don't want to believe in it.
But you know all the historical evidence and archaeological evidence that we have found through the Bible, correct?
I'm also aware of the historical and archaeological evidence that disproves the Bible.
How can you show me that as well? Can you show me that?
For example, how familiar are you with the nativity stories of Jesus?
Explain real quick.
The birth stories of Jesus.
The birth story of Jesus. Fairly knowledgeable.
All right. Are you aware of that? According to the Gospel of Matthew, Jesus was born during the reign of King Herod the Great.
I did not know that, but you're enlightening me.
You don't know about Jesus?
Okay, so I know about Jesus' birth. I know how he was like born and all that. I just didn't know who the king was at the time.
King Herod, and he tried to kill all the babies in Bethlehem.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, no, yeah.
King Herod ruled as king of Bethlehem up until his death in 4 BCE.
Mm-hmm.
But then the Gospel of Luke tells me that Jesus was born during the time when Quirinius was the governor of Syria, which, according to our historical records, took place 10 years after Herod's death.
Okay. So you're saying that's a contradiction?
It's a chronological contradiction.
Chronological contradiction. All right. So can you show me real quick? I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying you're lying. I just want to know for myself. Can you show me the Bible verse on where it says where he died and all that?
Like the timing when he died, you don't get that in the Bible.
Yeah, because you said the Bible was chronologically.
Yeah, the Bible tells you that Jesus is born during the reign of Herod the Great and that he died. And then the Bible tells you that Jesus was also born during the census under Quirinius. And we have external historical documents that tell us when these men lived and died.
All right. Can you again? Not saying you're lying, not saying all this. I just want to. Can you show me where?
Antiquities of the Jews, books 17 and 18.
Antiquity of the Jews, you said?
By Flavius Josephus. Antiquities of the Jews, book 17 and 18.
All right. Is it? I'm on my phone right now, so I can't really go look at it or anything. Can you just like pull it up for me real quick, and you can read it from there?
It's several chapters that talks about
the death. My fault.
It talks about the death of Herod the Great, and how when Herod died, his kingdom was divided amongst his 3 kids. And Herod Archelaus, who is also mentioned in the Gospel of Matthew, received the region of Judea, which was Judea, Idumea, and Samaria. And that Archelaus was so shit at his job that the Romans fired him, deposed him, set him out to Vienna, and then they annexed the region of Judea to Rome, and then established Coponius as the procurator, and Quirinius was made legate of Syria and oversaw the census of the people. And that was after Herod's death.
All right. Thanks for. All right. That's all right. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. I'll obviously look into that and read those books that you mentioned. You said they were called what of Judaism? I'm sorry, the Jewish books. What are they called?
It's called Antiquities of the Jews by Flavius Josephus, books 17 and 18.
I appreciate you for giving me that. I'll look into that. So all right, that works. All right, thank you for bringing that up to me. I'll look into that, and obviously, I hope you have a blessed day, though.
All right. What do you got here? Thank you for educating. It's hard to find truth because it's little to no proof. Believing is choice. No, beliefs are not choices. We cannot choose what we believe. Why do Christians rely on Paleo-Hebrew as original? Because they don't understand what Paleo-Hebrew is. They think Paleo-Hebrew is a language. It's not. It's a script. It's an alphabet. The only difference between Paleo-Hebrew and the square script Hebrew that we have from later Judaism is like a difference in the way that the letters are written, but the languages are the same. They say Paleo-Hebrew because they think it's more authentic. But they honestly, it's anyone who brings up Paleo-Hebrew to you is probably going to be someone who doesn't know anything about Hebrew. Let's see. When did you transition? What do you mean? Transition from what? From Christianity to atheism? Years ago. It's just a bigot. I get that it is just a bigot. I love calling bigots its because they have dehumanized themselves by being a bigot, and therefore they are just an it. God loves everyone. Ooh, Sarah. Go and read Psalm chapter 5, verse 5. In fact, you know what? In fact, I'll just read it right here for everyone. Let's see what the Bible says about God loving everyone. Psalm chapter 5, verse 5. Let's see. Psalm 5. Oh, Bible Gateway. What the fuck are you doing here? Psalm 5, Bible. Internal server error. Well, I guess I'll just use BDP instead. Psalm 5, verse 5 says, the foolish shall not stand in your sight. You hate all workers of iniquity. What? Anyways. Whereof the whatever this is. Whereof are you at least 18 years old?
Yo.
Question number 2, what pronouns do you go by?
I don't care. I know that I'm just a dude.
What was that?
I'm just a dude, bro.
And as a dude, you would go by what pronouns?
Yeah. Him.
And are you a Christian?
Yeah.
All right. Why should I be a Christian?
Because, bro, you gotta put your faith in Jesus Christ, dude.
Why?
Hey, that's Lord and Savior, man. Like, why are you an atheist?
Well, I don't think he's my Lord and Savior. I think he's a Jewish guy who died 2,000 years ago.
Why are you an atheist?
Because no one's giving me a reason to believe in God.
Where do you think you go when you die?
Probably a grave or an urn.
You think there's an afterlife?
Nah, never been given a good reason. I think so.
No. What do you think happens to our soul when we die?
I don't think we have a soul. I don't believe in souls.
Dude, what? You're literally speaking or not your soul.
I mean, I have a soul. Wait a minute. Let me find it. I'll show it to you. It's right here. Right here.
Oh, man.
Here's my soul.
Nah, man.
But I don't have any soul. S-O-U-L. Doesn't exist.
Dude, like, why not put your faith in Christ?
Because he's just a dead Jewish guy from 2,000 years ago. Why would I put my faith in a dead Jewish guy?
Dude, do you not believe Jesus is real?
He was real, and then he died.
He is real. He created the earth, dude.
No, he didn't create the earth. I have zero reasons to believe that.
Dude, the Bible is real, man.
At what point in this conversation will you actually give me proof of anything you're saying, or are you just going to keep spouting the things that you believe?
It's not what I believe. It's like the truth, man. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think it is true. Give me a reason to think it's true.
Hey, bro, it's in the Bible. Read the Bible. And you see it's true.
I've read the Bible. I'm the Bible guy. I've read the Bible. I don't think the Bible's true.
Why not? Tell me why not.
Because it contains scientific errors, historical errors, and contradictions.
So, you say Jesus isn't real, right?
He was real. He's not anymore. He's a dead guy.
You say he's not the creator of the earth?
No.
Who was then?
No one. There was no creator of the earth. The earth formed through natural processes.
Bro, wow. So, atheist, what is that, dude?
What?
What's an atheist? I actually don't know.
Someone who lacks a belief in God.
Yeah, you think you're right or not?
I do think if I thought I was wrong, I wouldn't be an atheist.
What is this like?
What is what?
Like, you have like a church for atheists and stuff like that?
Nope. The only thing that's required to be an atheist is to not believe a God believer when they say that God exists.
What about Freemasons? Isn't that like the same thing?
Nope. You have to believe in a God in order to be a Freemason.
Yeah, man. I don't know, bro, but I just hope change your ways, dude. Jesus is
Why? Why? I did change my ways. I went from being a Christian to being an atheist.
Oh, why, dude?
Because y'all have really shit arguments for your religion.
No, like, it's not an argument, dude. It's like, have faith, man.
Faith is not a good way of... I want to believe as many true things as possible. Faith is not a good way of getting to the truth.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, I'm done here, dude. Have a good day, man.
Can I get someone to come up here who isn't low tier? Sab Trader, are you at least? I'm going to ask you the same 3 questions I ask everyone. Are you at least 18 years old? Colin said you're just lost in your gayness, and of course, it's the wrong you're, because it's either God or grammar and never both. I don't know if this person's going to be able to load in. They are taking their sweet time. They got that Holy Spirit Wi-Fi. Non-existent. Well, at Gamer Guy with the $5, here's some money for talking to these low-tier Christians so we don't have to. I appreciate it, Gamer Guy. And don't forget, folks, that we cannot do what we get to do every day without people like you helping us out. Yeah, I would love to talk to someone who isn't low tier, though. That's the goal. That's the dream. Talk to a Christian who actually knows what the fuck they're talking about. Caden, are you at least 18 years old?
Yes, I am.
And what pronouns do you go by?
I'm a guy.
So the pronouns you go by are?
He, him.
And are you a Christian?
I am.
All right, I'm Dalton the Bible guy. Why should I be a Christian?
Well, I'm going to start off with just the most basic, probably question you get all the time. This is my first time ever listening in, so sorry if it all sounds like repetitive information or questions. But, you know, I know it doesn't provide proof, but wouldn't you rather think you, like, after the life that you get to meet your loved ones again?
I mean, wanting something, I would also love to think that I'm a billionaire.
No, I understand that, but it's a yes or no question. Like,
but that
when
doesn't
you
have,
when you die, when you die, wouldn't you like to think? Not no. Wouldn't you like to think? You can't. You can think you're a billionaire, but you aren't. Wouldn't you like to think that you're gonna go be with your parents, your brothers, your sisters, your loved ones again?
Maybe for a little bit.
Oh, you wouldn't want to spend eternity with them?
Hell no. Eternity sounds awful.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. I'm not going to argue with that.
Why would anyone want to exist for eternity?
Well, because the eternity for Christians in heaven, there's no pain, there's no suffering.
Sounds boring.
I mean, if I could live a life right now on Earth with no pain, no suffering.
So what if I'm in heaven and I'm having sex with my girlfriend and she claws at my back? I'm not going to get the pain that comes with that.
Yeah, I'm not going to answer that question, but
sounds like a no. Sounds like I'd be missing out on something.
Well, that's a pretty disrespectful question, so I'm not going to answer that.
It's not disrespectful. That's something I enjoy.
Well, I guess in heaven that wouldn't be happening because you wouldn't be able to have premarital sex.
You wouldn't be able to have sex in heaven?
Premarital.
So wait a minute, if I'm married to someone, no, there's no sex at all in heaven according to the New Testament.
There is none.
So
you don't. The purpose of sex to God is to repopulate.
God, that's lame.
Yeah, I mean,
then why do you make it feel so good?
That's a good question.
Sounds like he also wanted it to be for pleasure.
It also, I mean, it can be.
So
for us humans, it can be.
Well,
I'm a Christian. I sin all the time.
But there's no sex in heaven. Hard pass.
All right. No, I completely understand that. If you want to go down,
but also
to hell and burn
none of this matters because heaven doesn't exist.
So I don't understand why you would say that or not think that.
I've never been given any good reason to think that heaven exists.
Was your great grandpa real or no?
Yeah, but he's a biological human. Biological humans have existed.
Wait, did you see him?
Also,
have you met him?
Well, no. If he doesn't exist, then I don't exist.
Wait, have you met him? Okay, so yeah, if Jesus never existed, then we didn't exist.
Oh,
if Adam and Eve didn't,
no.
If Adam and Eve didn't exist, then we don't exist.
Caden, you're losing the plot. First and
no,
foremost,
I think you are.
You're losing the plot. I think Jesus existed. He was just a Jewish guy who died 2,000 years ago. And Adam and Eve existed? No. We do have ancestors, but they weren't just two humans in a garden 6,000 years ago. There's not
Do you know?
enough.
Do you know what
there-
faith is?
Yeah, faith is belief without evidence. I have zero. Like, you have faith, it gets you to Jesus. Muslims have faith and it gives them to Muhammad. If faith can get you to the truth and to a falsehood, then faith is no better for getting to the truth than flipping a coin. I want good tools for getting to the truth. Faith is not a good tool. Faith is gullibility.
Faith is faith. Faith is not gullibility. Faith is faith.
It is a gullibility.
Maybe to
Faith
you,
is what
but
faith
not
is
to
what you
Christians,
have
it's not.
when you have no good reason to believe what you believe.
No,
If you
faith
have
is
good
what you
reason-
can see, but yet you still believe.
No, it's not. That's not useful to me. I want to believe true things. That doesn't seem to be a good tool for getting to the truth. Do you have any good reasons?
There's many
think-
things that you can't see that are.
Yeah. Do you have any good reasons why I should believe that Christianity is true?
I mean, Noah's Ark was found.
No, it wasn't.
Oh my God! What do you mean? No, it wasn't.
I mean, no, it was not found.
It was in the
Where?
mountains.
Where?
You can search it right now, sir. I don't have my computer. I don't know the exact coordinations, but they found
the
it.
Drupnar site on Mount Ararat, not the Ark of the Covenant. I mean, not the Ark of Noah. It's a natural mountain formation. There isn't a single scrap of wood on that site.
You know the wall. Do you know the wall in Jerusalem that or Israel that Jesus sat on?
That he sat on?
Yeah, there's a story in the Bible that he sat on the wall and he stood on this wall.
That's Humpty Dumpty.
No, and then that wall's there. It's a very famous artifact. It's still there to this day.
The Western Wall, the Wailing Wall.
You say like convince you, but like when someone gives you a point, you go, "That's Humpty Dumpty."
Yes, because Jesus didn't sit on a wall in the Gospels.
Convince me. How do you think the world was made? Do you just believe in the Big Bang?
Yeah, Big Bang. The things that we have evidence for.
There's no evidence of the Big Bang.
Yes, in fact, not only you know that we can see the Big Bang happening right now.
No, there is no evidence of the Big Bang. There is no evidence of the Big Bang.
We see it happening right now. What the hell are you talking about?
There's a reason that schools don't teach the Big Bang.
Caden.
No, sir, listen, there's a reason they don't teach the Big Bang.
Caden, you sound stupid.
No, you sound stupid. We talk about Humpty Dumpty.
We can see here, I'll just mute you. We can see the Big Bang happening right now.
No, you cannot.
Yes, you can. Are you telling me that we cannot see the universe expanding right now? We don't see that galaxies are getting further away from us right now?
The galaxies rotate in a circular motion. And they don't get bigger.
Not the galaxy. Other galaxies are moving away from us. Andromeda, for example, is moving further away from us. All the galaxies are moving further away from us. The universe is currently expanding, my dude. Ascension,
can I ask you a question?
Says, yes, if it's gonna is this question gonna get me closer to believing Christianity is true? Because so far
it's just it could lead to me asking a question.
As Lady of Heaven says, oh my fucking God, this is embarrassing.
Did you ever believe in God at any point in your life, or have you always been an atheist?
I'm an ex-Christian. I practiced Christianity and then Judaism, and then I became an atheist.
So was there a point in your life that made you stop believing, or did you just kind of do research on your own and decide?
Well, there wasn't one single point. It happened in stages. First stage was when I found out that Jesus wasn't the Messiah because he didn't fulfill any prophecies from the Old Testament. Then I also found out that Yahweh was just another deity in the Canaanite pantheon, and that the Old Testament and the Bible in general is scientifically inaccurate. It says the earth is flat. It ain't. So I dropped the Bible altogether, just believed in a generic God belief. And then I realized I didn't have any really good reason to think that even God existed. So I stopped believing.
And what age were you when you stopped believing?
Mid-20s.
Mid-20s? Did anything happen in your life? Any major tragic life events?
Nope. Just information about the Bible. I learned more about the Bible.
All right.
And you know the old saying is,
pull up one thing on your computer?
Familiarity breeds contempt, as they say. I became very familiar with the Bible, and I saw all of its problems. I saw the fact that the Bible was pro-slavery, pro-misogyny, that there are failed prophecies in the Bible, historical errors, scientific errors, contradictions. All of this led to me not believing in the Bible.
Okay, can I ask you to do one thing for me? I don't have my computer by me. I'm sorry.
Sure.
Well, actually, I could read it out loud if you want me to. I think I know it by heart, but If
can scroll it
not,
up on the screen.
yeah, could you just read John 3:16 for me?
For God so loved
God
the
so
world
loved the world that he gave
his only begotten
son.
son. Why did you want me
That
to
whoever
read?
believes in him.
Why
But,
did you
okay,
want?
so here's what I want you to do
verse,
now.
Wait, dude.
Can I please?
That
Can I
verse.
please
That
have?
verse.
No.
Shut
Can
up.
I finish? No, let me finish what I'm trying to do.
Let me finish, said every woman that he's ever been with. Why did you want me to read John 3:16 as if it was going to demonstrate anything? The most overly quoted Bible verse to the point when it's basically a cliche. What do you think that was going to prove?
Okay, now I want you to go on your computer and I want you to search something for me.
Which Peter, first or second Peter?
No, I'm sorry. I said computer. I'm sorry. I cut out.
Sure.
I want you to search Tim Tebow John 3:16 game, and I want you to read that story out loud.
No, you dumbass.
No, do it.
Give me a reason to think that your God exists. God damn, there's no way you're not a troll. You're a troll, aren't you?
That is a reason right there. Every stat.
Are you a troll? There ain't no fucking way someone came up here and said, read that Tim Tebow story about John 3:16, and thought I would read the story and go, oh my God. Suddenly all the moral atrocities in the Bible are gone. Suddenly all the flat earth verses are gone. Oh my God, suddenly Jesus now fulfills prophecy because of Tim Tebow. Get the fuck out of here. Come on, dude. Is Tim Tebow's story going to make the Bible suddenly not teach that the earth is flat?
Okay, can I explain the Tim Tebow story or no?
No.
Okay, because you know that will convince people that God is real.
You think it's going to convince me that God is real?
You think that's a convenience?
Is the Tim Tebow story going to make it to where the Bible no longer teaches flat earth?
Can I ask a question without you meeting me?
Wow, I asked you a question. Is the
no,
Tim
it's
Tebow
not going to. No,
okay? Is the Tim Tebow story going to suddenly make it to where the slavery passages of the Bible where God condones slavery disappear?
No, it's not going to. But now, can I please?
Is the Tim Tebow story going to make all the contradictions in the Bible disappear?
No, man.
Is the Tim Tebow story going to make it suddenly where Jesus suddenly fulfills prophecies when he didn't before?
No, may I please read the Tim Tebow story?
No.
I think I've been pretty lenient. I think you should just let me read it.
Do you know what? Okay, I'm sorry. Do you not? This is another problem that you Christian men have. Do you not know
you
that?
You told me to convince you, so let me.
Do you know what the word no means? Does no mean yes? When a woman says to you, no, don't you fucking touch me, do you take that as permission to touch her?
Is there a reasoning you won't let me bring up the Tim Tebow story?
It's a waste of our time.
No, I think it's because you know it's
Present to me an argument based on the things that we've already discussed. Like you've already told me the Tim Tebow story is not going to make all the problems with the Bible disappear. The things that made me stop being a Christian.
I think I'm going to hop off because you won't. I want everybody in here to look at the Tim.
Anyways. The argument from Tim Tebow, guys. Christianity has reached an all-time low. My God. Whatever happened? Well, that was something. Yeah. Whatever happened to Christians coming up here and giving good arguments for Christianity? Did they all just give up and start letting these low-tier people come up here and start spouting off stories about Tim fucking Tebow? What the hell happened to TikTok? Anyways, using apophenia as evidence for God is wild. Yeah. I mean, fuck all those millions of starving kids. Yeah, I guess fuck all the starving kids in Africa. Tim Tebow proves God exists. Look at the hair, dude. Looks great. My hair looks great. It's messy as fuck right now. Not a single one knows how to research and learn. That is true. Argument, add Tim Teabag. Truth. Everyone knows to hell in somebody. Wait, what? Everyone goes to hell in someone else's religion. That's true. God only loves certain sports teams. Last night, God showed his hatred for the USA. Forget all the kids abused by pastors. Tim Tebow exists. Yeah. Tim Tebow with his moderate states prove Christianity. Yeah. Can't say I've ever heard the Tim Tebow as evidence for God angle. Listen, they got nothing else. They got nothing else. I'm not convinced that Christians have any good arguments now. Colin, I know more about the Bible than you ever will. Why don't you call in? Because God loves you. Just visit an Orthodox church. Trust. Hamlet, go read Psalm 5:5. God doesn't love me if he does exist. Atheist Aja is coming up. Atheist Aja. Howdy, partner.
Hi. I just want to say that I am a new follower. I just saw you for the first time and I want to introduce myself and say hello.
Oh, well, hello. Thank you for the follow. Much appreciated.
Absolutely. Hello, everyone. That's it. Just want to say hi.
Well, nice to meet you, Aja. You have a wonderful day.
Nice to meet you. Everyone have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.
Atheists research the book, which is why they are atheists. Yeah. The reason, Colin, why I'm an atheist is because unlike you, I actually fucking read the book. Colin, why don't you man up and come up here and talk to me? If you think you have a good reason, because you are a sinner, you're gay. Again, the wrong you're. Colin, it's YOU apostrophe RE. Yeah, you know what? I will mute Colin until he comes up. Colin, you can come on up and talk to me. Now you don't get to run your mouth in the comment section. There, Colin. It'll be there, Colin. Oh, sticks. Tebow, number patterns prove God is real is so silly. Yeah. I joined to see your opinion and I immediately see you're barraging someone about grammar. Listen, it's because Christians are so bad at grammar. They don't even know what pronouns are. These false prophets are funny when indoctrination of religion starts to sound like a broken record. Christians never read the Hebrew Bible. That's their biggest problem. Well, aside from the Trinity. That is true. Imagine being part of a book club and never reading the book. Sin isn't real, and if it was, God would be the biggest sinner out there. Yeah. Christian versus grammar never goes well. Yeah. Make sure you're spelling things correct. Yeah, if you're going to insult someone, make sure you're spelling things correct. See, look. Kapow used the right your, YOU apostrophe RE. Let's see. You can lead a Christian to knowledge, but can't make them think. I'm currently enjoying highlighting a Joshua Bowen book. Ooh, which one, Ace? I've yet to read any of Dr. Josh's book. Exactly. As St. Bernard says, your equals you are. What gets me is when they insult intelligence and spell something wrong. Yeah. What gets... Oh, yeah, I just read it. Yo. Yeah. When they write you're unintelligent and then they use the wrong your, so funny. The Atheist Handbook to the Old Testament, Volume 1. That's a good one. Anyways, everyone make sure you tap that screen. Share the live with those you love, with those you hate, with your friends and with your enemies. Let's get the word out there so we can have interesting conversations about the Bible. If you're a Christian and you think that you might have a good reason why I should become a Christian, come on up. Let's have a conversation. Sarah, God does not love us. If God exists and the Psalm, actually, Sarah, is Psalm chapter 5, verse 5 true or not true? Basically a broken record. Yeah, because they don't got anything else. Have you seen a slight decrease in ops as people become more familiar with your channel? Yeah. If you are reading the right book, yes, it is. What does Psalm 5:5 tell us? Sarah, actually, watch this. Sarah, I just sent you a friend, not a friend request, a guest request. Well, I guess Sarah's not going to be brave enough to come up. But we'll talk to Blake instead. Blake, I'm going to ask you 3 preliminary questions, and then we'll get to the conversation. Question number 1, are you at least 18 years old?
Yes.
Question number 2, what pronouns do you go by?
He, him.
Question number 3, are you a Christian?
Yep.
All right. I'm Dalton the Bible guy. Why should I be Christian?
Well, I mean, I don't see a reason to not be Christian. Worst case scenario, even if right now you're correct, worst case scenario, you go throughout your life, you treat people good in the name of God, you die, nothing happens. Okay.
Be a bigot.
Worst case scenario, if God, no,
unnecessarily.
worst case scenario for if I'm right, which I have very strong faith that I am. Worst case scenario for you then. Yeah, but the worst case scenario for you then is that eternal suffering.
What happens if I become a Christian and then it turns out that Islam is true? Then what?
Well, Islam's not true.
Christianity is not true.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. Give me a reason to think it is true.
Well, one reason would be that it's the most attacked religion in the world.
So that just means
why would
because
so
a lot
many
of people
spend
because
so
a
much
lot of people
time
are
and so much effort attacking something that's not true?
If a lot of people are annoyed with you, does that suddenly make your position true?
Well, no, but why would so many people in so many areas of the world go out of the way to attack something if it's not true?
Maybe because they have opposing beliefs that they think are true.
Maybe.
Shocker. When Islam, wait, do you consider Catholics to be Christians?
No, I don't. I'm Protestant.
So Christianity is not the world's biggest religion, then.
No, it is. It has different denominations.
No.
Don't interrupt. I'm answering your question. I'm literally answering your question. You're interrupting. I'm literally answering.
If Catholics aren't Christian,
I'm literally answering your question. You interrupt me.
Just to confirm, you affirmed yes or no
that you can confirm when I'm done. You can confirm when I'm. You don't even let me. Yes, because you don't let me finish.
Crash out.
Because you don't let me finish.
Crash out.
Because you don't let. Because you don't let.
Said every woman that Blake's ever been with. Blake, chill the fuck out, dude. So I'm
trying to answer your question.
Here, I'm going to make it to where the audience can't hear you.
You're literally interrupting me when I'm trying to answer your question.
And then I'm going to mute so now the audience can't hear you and I can't hear you. So just be clear, everyone. What Blake said to us is that Catholics aren't Christian. If that's true, then out of the 2 billion Christians that exist, 1 billion of them are not Christian.
How about you
if Catholics aren't Christian, that means Christianity goes down from being 2 billion strong to being 1 billion strong. In which case that means that there are more Muslims than there are Christians, and Islam is the largest religion in the world. Now
can I actually finish talking, or are you gonna let me fucking finish? Are you gonna interrupt?
You're so angry.
Yes, I don't like being interrupted. What I was saying is Catholics, they are a denomination of Christianity. Yes, Christianity is still the largest religion.
So
it's a different denomination. They follow different things than Protestants do, or Baptists.
So do you take back what you said when you said they weren't Christian?
No, they're not. Oh my fucking God!
So they're not
retarded.
Christian.
You're retarded. It's okay. Be retarded and go to hell. I don't care.
All right, you dropped a slur. What a baby. See, that's what happens, guys, when Christians get called out on their bullshit. He said they're not Christian, but now they also belong to a sect of Christianity. And so what did he do? He crashed out, and then he used a slur because he a big baby. Man. L to Blake for being a baby, everybody. All right, hopefully the next person will act like a fucking adult. Carpin, Octum, are you at least 18 years old?
I just got one thing to say.
Nope.
About Christianity.
Are you at least 18 years old?
No.
Okay, then fuck off. I love you so much. Jewel, are you at least 18 years old?
Hi.
Hello, are you at least 18 years old?
Yes, I'm 19.
And then what pronouns do you go by?
She, her. And I just wanted to say,
And are you a
I
Christian?
love you. I love you so much.
I'm sorry. What? Are you?
I said,
are you an American?
yeah.
What's a W-2 form?
What's a what? I
What's
couldn't hear you.
What's a W-2 form?
A W-2 form? I don't know.
You're a child. Fuck off. Croutons, are you at least 18?
Last Friday night,
Anyways. Luther Burden fanboy, are you at least 18?
Yeah.
All right. What pronouns do you go by?
Do you like bodybuilders?
No. What pronouns
How
do you
about
go by?
multimillionaires?
Wow,
How about 8 inches?
I don't give a shit about any of this. What pronouns do you go by?
Respectful.
Immediate crash out from a Christian is crazy.
10 weeks, 21 years faithful.
Anyways. Colin finally had the guts to call in. Colin, I'm going to ask you the same 3 questions I ask every one of my guests, irrespective of who they are. Question number 1, are you at least 18 years old? Colin, whenever you leave the screen, cannot hear you. Colin. Colin, you're on the panel. What the fuck is wrong with Christians? I don't know. It needs to be studied. A team of psychologists, the world's leading psychologists, need to get together to study Christians on TikTok. Colin, I will give you... Oh, Colin disappeared. Anyways. Everybody hates Christian. Are you at least 18 years old?
Yeah, I'm 18.
What pronouns do you go by?
He, him.
And are you a Christian?
I'm a Christian.
All right. Why should I be a Christian?
Why shouldn't you?
No one's giving me a reason to. If anything, all the Christians I talk to on a daily basis give me one more reason to not be a Christian.
Well, you think nothing happens when you die, right?
Yep. But even if I believed in an afterlife, still wouldn't be a Christian.
What if you live your whole life as an atheist and then something happens?
What happens if you live your life as a Christian and it turns out Islam is true and you end up in hell?
I don't think I'd end up in hell if Islam is true. They're
You would, because you worship
all
Jesus.
All of the 3 major religions, they're all...
You don't know anything about Islam, do you?
Okay.
In Islam,
Interrupting.
you will go to hell for being a Christian.
Okay. Is that what Buddha, or not Buddha, what is his name, Muhammad said?
Yes.
Yeah.
Non-infidels.
The dude who lived 2,000 years after Jesus died, right?
Not 2,000, no. 2,000 years after Jesus died is today.
Well, how long ago? It was like 190
900
years
after Jesus died.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, well, what if Islam is true? I mean,
I
Moses
have
lived
no
1,400
problem-
years before Jesus.
I have no problem with other religions being true, but what's
Then
the
you'll end up
point
in
of being
hell.
atheist?
The point of being, there's no point. I'm not convinced that your God exists, therefore I'm an atheist.
That you want someone to convince you? That's not very atheist either.
It's not, my atheism isn't what leads me to believe, is not what drives me to get people to try to convince me. It's I want to believe as many true things as possible.
Are you concerned about believers believing?
Yeah.
Does it make you feel some type of way?
I think when people go around and start like voting based on their religious beliefs and hurting other people because of those votes,
I don't
that's a
think
bad
voting
thing.
is religious.
No, but people vote based on their religious dispositions.
Yeah, it's kind of like a scam. They use specific campaigns to target religion.
What the fuck is going
So
on?
people.
What the fuck is going on?
Right. I don't know. You want to be convinced, but you want to be the main one. You know.
Yapper's gonna yap. I know, Nate. I don't fucking understand what is wrong with these Christians today on TikTok.
What is wrong with these atheists, bro?
What's wrong with these atheists is that what's wrong with the atheists is that none of the fucking Christians have any good arguments for their religion. That's why we're atheists. Do you have a good argument for why I should be a Christian?
What do you mean? I shouldn't be arguing why you should be a Christian.
Why should I be a Christian?
Because, you know, heaven.
Heaven doesn't exist, as far as I know.
Eternal salvation, bro.
Can't have eternal salvation if there's no eternity.
Love, bro. Faith.
Oh my God, this is.
What do you do, bro?
I feel like does Christianity make people stupid, or do stupid people attracted to Christianity? Which one?
You think love is a chemical or is it supernatural?
It's a chemical.
All right. Yep.
Now what?
That's why, bro. That's why. Because your life is based on science and stuff that isn't necessarily true.
Were you born stupid, or did you become stupid later in your life?
Who knows?
Well, I can take that as a concession. Finally, a sensible person.
Yay! A nice little refresher there.
Hi, Rainbow.
Hi. I think it's so interesting. The love being a chemical reaction thing that they always bring that up. And I don't see what would be wrong with love being a chemical reaction in the brain. To me, that's a relief, because like I've loved my parents. They're shit. I shouldn't love them. That sucks. But it's a relief that that's just chemicals in my brain.
There's a saying that just because you unweave the rainbow doesn't make it any less beautiful. Even though I know how love works, that doesn't mean that I can't sit there and wax poetic and tell a woman that my heart is as deep and wide as an ocean. Nothing about me understanding how love works takes away from the poetry of it.
Yeah, exactly. I don't get that. I think there's this like idea that ignorance preserves beauty, and I don't get why people think that.
No, the world's more beautiful and the more you know about it in some instances. I think I back when I first became an atheist, and I actually started learning about the natural world and how things came to be and about how the universe functions. I was in awe of it. Learning about evolution and about the Big Bang and cosmology was awe-inspiring and moved me towards new heights of appreciation.
I mean, the fact that we're made up of the same stuff as stars and everything else in the universe, that's incredible and cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Chill out. Said it was inspiring for me too. Yeah, like, listen, I am a naturalist. I believe the only thing that exists is nature. No magic, no spirituality. I still wax poetic about the intentions of my heart. I can still describe the longing for love as an ache within my soul. Even if I don't believe in souls, I can still speak beautifully about the world, even without magic. And you also, folks in the audience, you do not need magic in order for the world to be beautiful.
Yes. And honestly, I think that magic takes away a lot of the beauty.
Yeah.
The whole
Lathe
concept of like a god doing it.
She has something to say. Who, Lathe?
The dog.
Oh, yeah. Ava, what are you trying to tell me? Come here. What are you trying to say? What are you trying to say? Get up here. Get up here. Don't make me grab you. Don't make me grab you so I can show you to the audience. Come here.
I agree, Adrian. Very cool.
Okay, I'm putting you up to the microphone.
Oh, you puppy.
What do you have to say for yourself? Well, suddenly you're not as yappy. Oh, what are you?
She got what she wanted.
You got my attention. That's what you wanted. Okay. That's fine.
She looks like a little teddy bear.
All right. Well, you're more than welcome to hang out with me if you want to. I got a guest who's going to come up.
Okay.
TikTok user 513. Are you at least 18 years old?
Yeah, I am.
And what pronouns do you go by?
He, him is fine.
All right. And are you a Christian?
Yeah, I would say that I am.
All right. I'm Dalton the Bible Guy. Why should I be a Christian?
Yeah, my argument for being Christian is really that I think that the big fundamentals of Christianity are things that are really positive. And like, for instance, I'm not like a particularly religious person. I don't go to church. I'm not like a scripture guy or like anything like that. I'm really more of like a regular person. And I just think that like, even if you're not one of the people that's super into the scripture and stuff like that, the basic messages of Christianity are really good. And
do you think the message of Christianity should be wrapped up in what Jesus said and taught?
Well, I guess it's kind of a good question. I mean, a lot of religion, for instance, is like people's interpretations of what was written down, like obviously the books in the Bible. When I was growing up, for instance, a lot of the messaging that was coming from like people that I knew who were Christian or any of the like religious aspect of my life it was always just really kind of like basic good things. Like, to be honest with you, like when I was growing up, it was basically like, don't lie, don't cheat, don't steal. Everybody is equal. So like you should
don't sleep with someone of the same sex.
Well, you know, it's funny. Like, and I don't know if you have this experience. I know other people, obviously everybody's experiences will be different, but from my experience, I've honestly seen like in a real life sense, I feel like the Christianity and like the gay thing it's like a big like culture war. But like I'll be totally honest with you. Like I mean 90% of the people that I probably know in my individual life would say they're Christian and plenty of people are gay.
Yeah. I grew up in Christianity and the Christianity that I was brought up in is the one that did read the Bible. And the Bible is very anti same-sex relationships. It's also very pro-misogyny, pro-slavery. Jesus was pro these things as well. So the only thing I'm concerned with is whether or not Christianity is true, as in, was Jesus the Messiah? Was he the Son of God? Did he raise from the dead? Does God exist? You know, these kind of questions.
Yeah. I mean, and to be honest, this is going to sound kind of like trivial, but this is actually the way that my brain works on this kind of stuff. If you want to get into like, is it all true? Here's my total genuine belief. I don't think that anybody can ever definitively 100% prove that everything in the Bible is true. But there's kind of the caveat here.
I don't need it to be proven.
The alternative is, what was it?
I don't need it to be proven to me 100%. I just need high confidence that the Bible is true based on evidence. And so far,
you said like you just need some evidence that it's true.
I need high confidence based on good evidence that it's true, not 100%. And so far, it's been very lacking.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, my response to that, I've seen, and I would consider myself somebody I'm pretty skeptical in general. I've seen some people break down like historical records and things. And while, again, it doesn't point to every single thing and every single verse being the truth, there is some pretty significant evidence that at least some of these people did exist. And the idea that it spans across so much time, and a lot of it is completely unchanged in terms of what it's saying is something that I think actually points a little bit toward credibility. I mean, obviously it's not definitive, like I said, but I think that there's enough circumstantial evidence where you go, well, it's at least significant. I mean,
if the central claim of Christianity is that Jesus is the Messiah, which that is the central claim, and yet, in order to make it look as if Jesus is the Messiah, the authors of the New Testament have to misquote the Old Testament over and over again in order to try to make that point. What do you think that's going to do to my belief in Christianity?
Yeah, well, I'm not really like a scripture guy, and I know that there's like differences in translation and stuff like that, and so I'm not doubting any of the criticisms that you're saying. I guess I'm kind of talking on a little bit more of a broad level because I've seen evidence that is relatively
the veracity of the Bible is important to whether or not I should be a Christian.
What was it?
The veracity of the Bible is a major component in whether or not we should be Christian. If the Bible's not true, we should not be Christians.
Fair. Sure. I mean, but like, let me give you an example. For instance, like in the Bible, there's some stories which, like, for instance, some churches think it is literal. And then in other churches and in other denominations of Christianity, they could have a completely different interpretation of that verse from the Bible. They could think that it's literal, or they could think that it's metaphorical, or they could make an argument this way, that way, or to Sunday. And the reality truly is, like, if you were to look at like anything religiously, or like if you really think about like existential ideas, I don't think that that's like a reason to not believe.
I don't know. I think your wish-washiness is kind of not like really selling Christianity to me.
What's the wishy-washy? What was wishy-washy that I said?
I don't care if the Bible's true, or the Bible's not all that important to me, and maybe it's not true, and none of that is. It's not really selling Christianity for me.
Well, there's kind of an explanation to that, but like for instance, okay, let me ask you this. Okay, hang on. If Jesus Christ came here and he resurrected, okay, and let's just say that Jesus, everything about him, the resurrection, all of that literally did actually happen. Okay, let's just assume that it did. Right? If it's true, right, would it shock you? Would it be surprising if, like, for instance, the guy who made everything and created everything and his God didn't leave like a exact instruction manual, like, it was me, I did this is how you prove it, yada yada yada. Like the mystery and the whole idea of like having to have faith,
how would you
is kind of a convincing component to religion in and of itself.
I wouldn't even know about Jesus if it wasn't from the Bible. I wouldn't believe in the resurrection if it wasn't for the Bible. If the Bible's claims about the resurrection are not true, then I shouldn't be a Christian.
I think you're kind of missing the point that I'm making now.
What is the point you're making?
Like, okay. So like in Christianity, right? So it's like God wants you to have faith in him. Okay? Right? He's not here, right? But he wants you to have faith in him of your own volition. That's why he gives you free will, for instance, right?
I don't believe in free will.
Okay, so you don't think that you have free will?
No.
Okay, I mean, explain that. Because if you don't think that you have free will, then obviously you wouldn't believe anything in the Bible.
Meaning the ability to make choices independent of underlying causes. I've been given no reason to think that such a thing exists.
Okay, kind of. I mean, can you expand on that? Because I feel like that's pretty easy to.
Is there any choice I could ever make that doesn't have an underlying cause?
Is there any choice you could ever make that doesn't have an underlying cause?
Yeah.
I mean, well, yeah, people do things for reasons.
Yeah, that's
obviously.
That's determinism, not free will.
But free will is the idea that you can do what you would like. Like, you're alive, you can move the way that you would like, you can say what you would like, you can operate the way that you would like.
Nope, because that's also true under determinism.
Okay, but it's still true.
Okay, but that doesn't tell me whether or not free will is real. It only tells me that I have choices, but you have choices in both free will and determinism. So how do I determine whether I have free will or determined will?
Okay, like explain what determinism means. I'm not
That-
actually super familiar.
That all of our choices have underlying causes, and the reason we make the choices that we make is because of those underlying causes.
Okay, well, that would have to do with how are decisions made, why are decisions made, or how do you use your will? But that's not really something that like is actually prescribing how you have free will. For instance, that's basically saying that
if determinism
your free will is impacted by something, but that's not to say that you don't have free will.
No, free will again. There's no free will in determinism. Free will is the ability to make a choice independent of an underlying cause. Determinism is the ability to make a choice dependent on underlying causes.
Okay. So, this should be pretty easy then, if that's how you're. Okay, so one time again, say exactly what you said. The first one was again.
Free will is the ability to make choices independent of an underlying cause.
Okay, so that's something that happens all the time.
Like what? I have zero examples of this.
Well, I mean, first you're kind of asking a question where you would have to you would have to literally get inside of someone else's brain to know that you're actually right. But I mean, for instance, if you're assuming that people are, it's kind of like saying, if there's a bunch of underlying reasons that push somebody to act in a certain way, right?
Underlying causes.
Okay, so then what about when people act in their own or act against their own self-interest?
They do that because of some underlying cause.
What would be the underlying cause?
I can give an example of this.
Yeah.
No, but what would be the underlying cause to that?
Yeah, she's supposed to give you Rainbow is supposed to give you an example.
Yeah, so I went through a process of mind control as a kid. And I acted out against my will. I still have, as recently as last year, I've been triggered in such a way that I started acting against my will. That's not an underlying cause of me having some choice in that, but the underlying cause still exists. It's because of what they put me through. They made me dissociate and respond to certain triggers to control me. So there is still an underlying cause there.
Yeah, I guess I'm just not. And then the other one, determinism, is exactly what? What was the exact definition?
The ability to make a choice dependent on underlying cause. So I do things because X, Y, and Z. Like for example, I have the choice between water and Dr. Pepper. I'm going to choose Dr. Pepper because I have a craving for it. I was always going to choose.
Okay, and so how do you prove that every
it.
decision is made on these impulses and not something else?
Well, give me an example of a choice that's made without an underlying cause.
Well, no, I'm asking you. So how do you prove it? Like you're saying that, for instance, in every decision, this is exactly how it works. So I'm saying, how do you prove this to other people?
Every other choice that I've made has always had an underlying cause. I've never been given a reason.
And so your fundamental argument against the Bible is that you think that every decision that you make is influenced by things that are around you in your...
No, because the Bible doesn't teach free will. So that's not an argument against the Bible. It's just an argument against free will. The Bible doesn't teach free will. It's a foreign concept.
Cool. Okay, so what does the Bible teach?
The Bible teaches that all things happen in accordance with God's will, and that we have choices, but like those choices are the effects of underlying causes.
Well, if you have choices, who makes the decision on the choice?
We do, but because of the underlying cause.
Okay, so what would that be?
Like, for example, Moses,
that would be free will.
Moses smashes down the 10 Commandments because he gets frustrated with the Israelites worshiping the golden calf. That's the underlying cause that leads to the effect of his choice to smash the 10 Commandments.
Yeah, so just because something influenced him to do something doesn't mean that you don't have free will.
That is the definition. That is the definition. As the definition of determinism.
Yeah, and I just think that we're definitely at opposite ends of this.
You just don't understand what these words mean. Is the problem? No, the problem is you just don't understand what these words mean. You're getting hung up on free will. It's not in the Bible. You don't need it. Oh. Well, they disappeared.
Oh, he's gone now. That was fun.
I'm clueless about everything, but I'm going to give you my thoughts on all of it and pretend you're wrong and I'm right. Fuck that. Well said, Matt Dillahunty. Matt's in the YouTube comment section right now. Yeah, that was... Listen, every time we get into the conversation of free will and determinism, Christians never know what the fuck we're talking about. And yeah, you're right. Dunning-Kruger to the nth degree. All right. We're going to bring up...
I love that he was just agreeing with you,
Yes.
but didn't realize he was.
Yeah. Michael Parrott. We're going to bring up Michael Parrott now. Michael Parrott. I'm going to ask you the same 3 questions I ask every one of my guests, irrespective of who they are, and then we'll get to the conversation. Question number 1, are you at least 18 years old?
My dad, I didn't mean to request. I'm sorry, man.
No, you're good.
I'm an atheist.
Oh, okay. W to you then. At Brian Peck with the $5. I enjoyed our hour chat about which witch to burn 2 weeks ago too, as you're a credit to your people. Which witch? Sandwich. Yeah, I eat sandwiches for a living, and you know they're delicious, and they don't put that big of a fight. Anyways, it's been an hour, so we're gonna do another restart on TikTok, and then we'll get some competition in here. Who wants to come up and have an honest conversation about the Bible and why I should be a Christian? So far, it's been a whole lot of nothing. But what do you expect when you don't got arguments for your religion? So everyone just hold on tight, come right back, and we'll see you all in just a moment. And now that it's just all of us here on YouTube, hello, you sexy, sexy sons of bitches on YouTube. I'm so happy to see you here. I love all of you. I cannot wait for us to actually get a good conversation with the Christian. I would say keep your fingers crossed if I thought that meant anything. But I guess you can just do it for funsies. What the fuck is going on with Peggy? What do you mean? Peggy's beautiful. Peggy, the holy strap-on. She's here, and she's present, and she loves you all, and she wants to, fill you all with her girthy goodness. Hello, Ace, says Peekaboo. Howdy, Ace. Peekaboo to you too. Hello, Functional High. Thank you for the rose. Someone said, fuck TikTok. I agree. I really wish I had an alternative for getting guests up, but it is what it is. Plus, all my friends are over here on TikTok. Not all my friends. You guys are my friends too on YouTube, but like a lot of my friends here are on TikTok. Let's see. Peggy fills your void. Love the hair, sir. Literally, I just got out of the shower and I didn't do anything to it. It's messy as fuck. But I appreciate that people seem to like my hair this way. Low effort equals look good. Yay. Either he ran or his internet was so shite that it gave out on him. Normally that's how it works. Yeah. Is the TikTok versus YouTube schism still happening? I don't know. What do you guys think? Whores versus verts? Everyone let me know in the comment section on YouTube and TikTok. Oh. I'm into both. Yeah, there's no reason to choose. You can have your cake and eat it too. Where's Ashland? She's here. And she's in the comment section. I see her. I see you right now, Ashland. Requests aren't open on TikTok. What do you mean? I have to shower, says Ashland. Well, she'll be here when she's out. Ace says yes, they are. So they are open, says Rainbow Go. So yes, the request is open, Christians. So hit that little pink and blue person at the bottom of the screen. and we'll have a conversation about why should I be a Christian. Is Ash turning into a keyboard warrior? No, never. She can't help but be up on the panel, and we love her for that. Guys, me and Ashlyn have been playing Baldur's Gate 3 for the past few days. We're so close to finishing, and we have to find a way to finish this campaign in the next 2 days because Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced is coming out, and I'm going to be too busy playing that. Is Dalton a closeted Mormon? Definitely not. Look, guys, I'm not wearing the secret magical underwear. All nipples under here. Karlak is my IRL girlfriend, and no one can tell me otherwise, even my actual IRL girlfriend. Hot. That's nice. I love that. Karlak burns hot, and she's hot as fuck. The 1988 Shroud of Turin test has been debunked by modern scientists and proves it dates back to Jesus. No, it hasn't. If anything, we have more information now that demonstrates that the Shroud of Turin is a forgery. We literally have letters from the Catholic Church in the 14th century telling us that the Shroud is a forgery. Like, where are you getting this information from? Do you want a source? I would love a source. If it's going to be the wax analysis only works if the shroud was kept at a consistent temperature, which we know it wasn't. In the 16th century, it suffered from a fire. The Shroud of Turin, or as we call it on this channel, the Shroud of Tourism, because that's why it was made, to attract tourism. The 3D modeling shows that the proportions are off. It was for a stat. Yeah, the proportions on the Shroud of Turin are also off. The Fraud of Tourism. I love that. We're going to add that to the title. What do you think of people getting baptized? They're getting wet. Sorry, y'all. I made the shroud. I was bored. Everyone should read the memorandum of Pierre d'Arcy, Bishop of Troyes, his letter to Pope Clement VII, where he tells the Pope, "Hey, the shroud was a forgery. The artist confessed to my predecessor." Research Project Stirp. I sure will. I'm sure it will do away with all the evidence against the shroud. Say those names one more time. Guys, it's French. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly. Bishop Pierre d'Arcy, the Bishop of Troyes, to Pope Clement VII. AZ Arizona Mike says, "Yo, Dalton, what's up, Arizona Mike? My earliest memories of the teachings of the Bible were of loving a loving God." Kamala Harris. Well, Bronte, Kamala Harris is just wrong then, isn't she? I don't know why you do this, Bronte. You come on these lives and you quote Democratic politicians on God as if you think that's going to mean anything to us. It doesn't. You're wasting I would say you're wasting your breath, but you're actually not brave enough to actually come up and talk to us. She didn't work in a grocery store. Fun fact, I don't work in a grocery store. If Dalton pronounces French like his Arabic, he is wrong. My French is immaculate. Now I gotta think of a French phrase. Voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir? Christian Democrats are also worshiping a fake god. Yeah, and also not a Democrat. Not a Republican, not a Democrat. They're both wrong. Believe in what you want to believe. Never let anyone force their religion on you. Be who you want to be. Yeah. Are we going to get any Christians who are brave enough to come up and give me a reason to be a Christian? Every Christian, like followers of Christ in the comment section, gives me one more reason to not be a Christian. I'm going to, follower. I'm not going to waste our time here on the live. The live is for debates, not for my personal research time. Here, Bronte. No one gives a shit what Kamala Harris or Barack Obama said about Jesus. Why do you keep doing this to yourself? It's embarrassing. Because of Tim Elbow, Dalton. Yeah. Here, Bronte, I'm just going to mute you if you're not going to add anything to the conversation. Thank you for wasting all of our time. Guys, if you want a really fun video to watch on YouTube, go check out the Smithsonian channel. They have a wonderful video of experimental archaeologist Luigi Garlaskelli and how he was able to actually manufacture the Shroud of Turin only using medieval methods. Very fascinating to watch. So do you want to burn in hell? I actually don't think that hell is real, so that's not really all that terrifying to me. Also, I'm pretty fireproof. I live in Texas. I think I could handle. I think I could handle the heat. You ever been to the National Bible Museum? I have not. Too hot? I will be making s'mores in hell. Who's in? Reading relics was big business back then? It was. You want to make a lot of money? Make a relic. I can barely handle the heat in Texas. I'm just used to it. Follower of Christ, why don't you come up here and give me a reason to be a Christian? Because your reluctance to come up and defend your religion doesn't really give me a lot of confidence. It's 112 in Phoenix? That's hot. All right, we got someone coming up now. Josh, are you at least 18 years old?
I am, sir. Thank you.
And what pronouns do you go by?
He, him.
All right. And are you a Christian?
I am.
All right, I'm Dalton the Bible guy. Why should I be a
Dalton.
Christian?
Awesome. Okay, man, yeah, I think just the biggest reason that maybe you should consider Christianity or faith in general, but specific Christianity, I guess, is the Imago Dei, right? The fact that humans have a innate value to themselves and should see each other with dignity and with goodness. That kind of transcends humanism, because humanism is great, but that often runs up against, why would you do these things, and anger towards other people. But I think the Imago Dei kind of forces us to reconcile that with divine nature that brought us here.
There's no Imago Dei if there's no Deus. By the way, everyone, Imago Dei is a fancy Latin term. It just means image of God. Also, I don't think image of God in the Book of Genesis has anything to do with our innate nature. I think it's purely a reference to the fact that we were made to look like the gods and nothing more.
Okay, so you would reject that it's our position here, and that's how we should view each other and hold each other up?
Yeah, no, Genesis 1:27 is just, what do humans look like? They were made to look like gods.
Okay, yeah. Okay, that's trying to reject. Okay, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, I think, that even though I understand that you reject the existence of God, so is your question Christianity specifically or theism in general, I guess?
Christianity in specific.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, okay. Yeah, man, that's probably all I got. I guess the bigger question is why remain atheist? Why? Because obviously, your
no one's giving me a good reason to believe in their God.
Okay, so when you see other people in the world and they're existing and they're treating others with that dignity, that doesn't compel you.
I think that's just good human nature.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
Any reason why I should think it has anything to do with God?
No, I guess not. I think that everyone has their own walk of life, and that at the end of the day, if someone comes to truth through their faith system, that's fair for them. And if someone doesn't, okay, cool. I can respect that, and I can, I guess, agree to disagree. But I think that the ultimate reality of things is that just like we would want, people who are harming children or other people or human trafficking, we want them to face maybe an ultimate punishment. We also maybe make choices that.
I also want to be a billionaire. Well, if I want anything, I want the end of capitalism, but what we want isn't always reflective of reality.
Yeah, and maybe that's a reason to pursue faith, is because reality kind of sucks. Like, we all want
We'd rather
there
live
to
in
be a cause.
Well, no, if we all put our heads in the clouds and we don't live in reality, then we're not going to be able to work towards the better future.
Yeah, and I would also say that there's been large swaths of humanity that has been shaped by atheism and non-belief, and saying let science be science, let God be God, and that's only gone us so far. And I would say that
God is literally hundreds of thousands of miles to the moon and back.
Right, but has that changed? Has that created less human suffering?
Yes,
has that created a space?
Medicine has decreased human suffering.
Yeah,
the science is able to help us now plant food and crops in places where otherwise naturally that we wouldn't be able to grow them, and thus be able to feed the hungry. Yeah, science is doing wonders for us.
Yeah. Okay. And so I guess that's maybe a separate idea, because not all scientists are atheists, right? Some scientists are Christians, and they mingle together. And just saying that all scientists are atheists and therefore atheism is the dominant view is a bit disingenuous, isn't it?
Yeah, I never made such a claim. I'm not an atheist. I'm an atheist because no one's giving me a good reason to believe in God.
Yeah, no, I was trying to kind of get to that, that core there, just because you'd said that, science has gotten so far, which it definitely has, but is that necessarily atheism? So, okay, so the imago Dei doesn't speak to you. The maybe acts of people around you who are trying to live in, goodness towards other people. That's driven by, you had said earlier, I think, determinism. So, yeah, okay, and that's fair. That's fair to say, I guess. So,
anything else for why I should be a Christian?
No, that's it. Thank you.
I don't know what to do, guys. They roll over too easily. I love indica. I'm going to ask you the same 3 questions I ask everyone, and then we'll get to the conversation at hand. Question number 1, are you at least 18 years old?
Yes, I am.
Question number 2, what pronouns do you go by?
She, her.
All right. And question number 3, are you a Christian?
I was raised as a Christian, yes.
But are you a Christian right now?
Honestly, I just fact check, your perspective on religion and everything, because I honestly don't know. I was raised in a Christian household, and I really just want to see, how you see it.
Well, what exactly do you want to know?
Like how you view the Bible, how you view, what they would take as a sin, or
the Bible is just an ancient book from a people group who didn't know how the world worked, and they used gods to try to explain the natural phenomenon of the world and to also push their personal moral objectives on people.
I somewhat agree with that. I feel like to a point, Christianity has
kind of deferred more to, I just see more hypocrite, hypocrisy with that, but also, there's also some good Christians who have their beliefs that actually make sense according to the Bible and everything. Honestly, I feel like just believing in God as a whole just kind of gives you a good mindset in a way. And
What do you think?
I understand.
What do you think is good about that mindset?
Like with everything, I was raised with, it's waking up in the morning, thanking God for waking you up. It just makes you feel good.
Why don't instead we just think real people? Like whenever you get a meal given to you, think the person who cooked it instead of thanking God. When you get good good medicine that helps you get better, thank the doctors and the scientists who put that medicine together.
Yeah, that makes sense actually. I feel like it could really just go both ways. It's all in, how you were raised, how you view the world. But I honestly don't know where to go with my religion at this point, because I grew up in a Catholic school. Then, it's kind of wishy-washy to me, but I completely understand your point of view, and I feel like it just makes more sense to me. And, I don't really know where to go with, with what I was raised to believe is right, and with what I actually want to believe now,
I think the best principle is to, and I got this a long time from Matt Dillahunty, believe as many true things as possible and to disbelieve as many false things as possible and to try your best to be a good and upright person.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. Thank you for bringing me up.
Have a good day, Indica.
You too.
Well, hello there, Miss Ashland.
Hello. I'm all clean.
I'm all clean. Ashland sat in her room all day. She licked herself clean.
I did. Benny, you did. You gave me a bouquet.
Lovely.
Thank you, Benny.
She seemed sweet. She did seem sweet. It's a nice reprieve from what we've been getting all day. But everyone, we're at 11K likes. Keep liking that screen. Based boy, I'm going to ask you the same 3 questions I ask everyone, independent of who they are. Question number 1, are you at least 18 years old?
Yes, I'm 18.
All right. And what pronouns do you go by?
I don't have any pronouns. I just go by whatever everything do.
Sorry, the lie detector determined that was in fact a lie. Right?
No. I don't identify with pronouns, but he, him is fine. He, him is fine.
See, that was a lie, but yes, you do. Okay, you go by he, him. All right. And are you a Christian?
Yes.
Why should I be a Christian?
I view it as kind of like the best mechanism for kind of guiding your life in accordance with avoiding having poop dick from gay anal sex.
I like anal sex, so.
But I'm saying it's the best shield from having
also
poop
straight
dick.
people engage in anal sex too, dude.
And
it's not a flawless system, but it's the best we have.
So you're just homophobic.
You're just homophobic, is all it is.
No,
Yes,
I'm a Christian, and I want to spread the love.
I don't care. Christians engage in anal sex too.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Yeehaw! You know how I know that? Because I'm an ex-Christian. You know what I used to do? Anal sex. Yeah.
My ex was Christian. He liked that. I mean, not to him, but to do it to me.
Yeah. So that's not.
Well,
Why?
that
why
was
And
don't
he
you,
was
why don't you want to be a Christian?
he was so Christian. He was Palestinian, so
Okay, so
that's
if
how
Christians
Christian
can do
he
all that,
was.
why don't you want to be a Christian?
Because y'all keep giving me shit arguments like this. Every time I have a Christian come up and say stupid shit like that, it gives me one more reason to not be a Christian.
Damn. Are you Jewish?
Nope.
Also, I love how avoiding anal sex is your goal, but not associating with the religion of the Nazi Party in America is, and in the KKK.
Yeah, look, those fucking idiots. I
The
think-
priorities: avoid anal sex, not the religion that the KKK and Nazis in America support.
I think what we need to do is we need to punch every Nazi and every homophobe in America until they're scared straight. Irony there. Or we shame them until they're no longer like brave enough to come up here and say stupid shit like this.
Okay, let's do it to the gays.
What?
Why don't we do that to the gays?
Because there's nothing wrong with being gay. There is something wrong with being a Nazi, though.
Wait, why?
Yeah, because unnecessary hate is never okay.
But that doesn't hurt anybody.
It does. It hurts the
How
gays.
is, how is sitting in a room and hating somebody hurting them?
Anyways, I'm not going to put up with Nazi bullshit like that.
Wow, just like straight up defending like
Nazism.
Again, goat for atheism right there. Every time someone comes up and says that they're a Christian and supports these things, you're giving the entire audience a reason to not be a Christian, because majority of humans are going to say and identify that that is bad, that is morally wrong, whatever moral system that they go along with. Even the Christians, for the most part, can agree with that.
Yeah. Thank you, Base Boy, for giving us one more reason to not be a Christian. If you're a Christian, you're about to come up, just know I've had at least 3 different Christians come up and tell me that they were Nazis, unashamedly. That's like what I think of as Christianity. Kennedy.
So someone says Hitler was Christian. I've heard debates on both sides of that he wasn't, but I don't know how true that is. It definitely would seem that he was Christian early in life for sure, but then there was something or I think that was it. I don't remember, but there's been debate around the subject that I've seen.
He was definitely inspired by Martin Luther. Not Martin Luther King Jr., Martin Luther, for doing the Final Solution. But Kennedy, I'm going to ask you 3 questions. I ask every one of my guests these 3 questions irrespective of who they are. Question number 1, are you at least 18 years old?
I am.
What pronouns do you go by?
She, her.
And are you a Christian?
I am not currently, but I have been.
Oh, or we are only taking calls from Christians right now. Is there something you wanted to ask us, or?
Yeah, I just wanted to bring up one point is I have actually turned to something called animism, which is actually like the base belief of all religions. And I've actually never been on one of these lives before, so I don't really know. Like, atheism, I believe, is you believe in like nothing, right? Like there's no greater power.
I believe in lots of things, but you can be an atheist and be an animist. You just can't believe in God. You just can't believe in any gods.
Okay, thank you. I'm not very
like. Do you believe
educated
do you believe that any gods exist?
No,
Then you're an
believe
atheist.
that like there's. Well, I think that there's a spirit in everything, but I don't think that there is one certain greater power.
That's fine. As long as that spirit's not a god, then you're an atheist. You just also happen to be an animist.
I didn't know that there could be like 2 titles at once. I'm always learning new things.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The only thing that makes one an atheist is not believing in a god. You can believe in all kinds of things and still be an atheist. As long as you don't believe in God, you're not an atheist. I mean, as long as you don't believe in God,
one
you're
other
an atheist.
question.
Yeah.
My last question, I guess, is that I believe that everyone's religion is true to themselves. So it's not like I am going to say that like a god, like God isn't real, or like what Muslims believe isn't true. Like I just think that everyone's own belief is as true as their faith is strong.
That cannot be the case.
That's a contradictions are not true, and it is the case that they all cannot be correct because they have contradictory claims.
Like if someone
Right, and
if someone believes, like for example, if I'm holding a ball and someone believes that this ball is red, and someone says this ball is not red, they both can't be true. One of them is going to objectively be true. One of them is going to objectively be false.
right, but I would argue that religion isn't as finite as a single object.
Well, if a Christian says that only one God exists and only one God, and there are no more gods, and then someone says, no, there are many gods, that those both cannot be true at the same time. Somebody's wrong objectively.
I think that that's fair. I feel like why would so many different parties believe in different things so strongly if one of them is wrong
Because of
or one of them is right?
indoctrination.
Can you
Can I ask
expand on that, please?
You grow up believing in something and being taught something long enough, then of course you're going to fervently believe in that thing.
I think that's true. But what about the religions that are older and have, like, where would that have began then? Like, why would have so many people?
Animism would have started because of what's called it's called hyperagency detection awareness. So let's say this is the example I use every time I talk about this. Imagine you have a deer that's in the field, and the deer hears a rustling in the bushes. It can either assume that it's a predator, in other words, an agent of some kind, or it can assume that it's the wind. The safer thing for it to assume is that it's a predator. And millions of years of evolution, including Homo sapiens, experiencing this phenomenon primes our brains to always assume that an agent is present, even if we cannot see one. So this is what leads to the belief in spirits, invisible agents that one cannot see. And then on top of that, people have dreams where they see loved ones pass away, and they see loved ones after they pass away. This leads them to believe that their loved ones have a continued existence. And this is what starts as the origin point for belief in spirits. This is what's called the cognitive science of religion.
Yeah, we also have so there is a God spot, but modern research says that it's more than just a spot, like the prefrontal cortex, and the limbic system, which is our emotional system, and the temporal lobes. The right temporal lobe, very specifically, can be stimulated to have someone have these like overwhelming mystical feelings as well. So there seems to be something in our neuroanatomy that lends us a specific susceptibility to having these intense emotions and attributing them meaning to some sort of supernatural thing. And it's that simple. I mean, there's tons of things about the brain that are wrong, like the heuristics of the brain act in ways where we are appealed to our own like biases. That's a major one. And then we look at like what the goal of like CBT or DBT is, and it shows us that we're actually really, really bad about identifying real things in the world, if that makes sense. Like in many cases, our like umwelt is actually really small, meaning the amount of the natural world that we can actually experience, say like our color vision, it's only between 400 and 700 nanometers, and then our hearing, we're only evolved to survive, and that means push out babies and make sure that our group is continuing to do that. We didn't evolve to necessarily detect the world 100% accurately.
There's also something called the spandrel hypothesis, which I find very compelling, which is a notion that there are structurally integral elements to our survival, which is kind of what Ashley was saying, but that specifically that the way that these pillars and buttresses, the idea is that our evolutionary processes are like a cathedral, and there are structures that are integral to the support of that, meaning like communication and agency detection, meaning like when the hairs on your back of your neck stand up, or working together, these sorts of things. And these are structurally integral, meaning they helped us to survive. But between, like in a cathedral, if you've ever seen a spandrel, it's the space between the flying buttress that has like the fresco or the stone reliefs that sort of make it beautiful and are not structurally integral. Like you could remove them. Like when you see an ancient cathedral that has been, long since dilapidated, the buttresses and columns still stand, but the spandrels are gone. These are sort of the space between these integral elements of our survival that are like spirituality and that feeling that you get when you're walking up the stairs at night and you're like, oh, there's something behind me. Yeah.
Okay, so just to clarify, then, are you guys arguing that because it's possible, like because we can't comprehend out that far, and because it's removable, that it just there is nothing out there?
No, there's just no evidence of it. What we're talking about is the reason why, because you brought up the initial point that there's all these religions and they have this strong faith, so therefore there must be truth to it. And we're saying, well, not necessarily. That might not be the case, because we have a lot of evidence that human nature isn't exactly accurately representing the reality around it. Our perception, or the way that we sensate and perceive the world, are not known to be extremely accurate. It's accurate enough, but enough for survival. And then I don't want to mess up what Rav was kind of adding to that, but Rav, if you want to.
Well, only just to say that I would ask the question, like when you say something is out there, what does that really mean? And that I would say that the understanding or perception of something spiritual or something like that is an emergent property of what it means to be a human being, and that people experience awe and people experience love and people experience feeling deeply and the connection between people as a awesome experience, and seeing the Grand Canyon, all of these things, being amazed by the universe. And by the way, like singing together, like there are so many different things that sort of have emerged as this thing that it is to be human. And I think some of those things, like ritual, are actually really beneficial to our species. Ritual helps us to blow off steam. So many intelligent species have versions of ritual that helps to alleviate stress. But the question is, how does that play a role in our daily lives? Is it a system of power that is oppressive, regressive, that sort of thing? Or is it something that is helping us to be the best versions of ourselves? And like the notion of something that is outside of time and space, and these sorts of theologies just have so many immediate issues that people come up against because they're trying to prescribe or superimpose a particular worldview onto the world, as opposed to looking out at the world and saying, look, I'm a product of this universe. How can I observe it? How can I interact with it? How can I better understand it? Then I can better understand myself.
But
Yeah, I think.
I will say, Kennedy.
Sorry.
As much as I do love this conversation, we do have another guest who's been waiting in the box. But W, welcome to Atheism. And we'll figure out this animism thing at another time.
Okay, thank you.
You have a good day.
Sorry to be so boring.
No, you're fine.
Nice to meet you. Have a good day.
Neo, I'm gonna ask you 3 preliminary questions, and then we're gonna get to the conversation at hand. Question number 1: are you at least 18 years old?
Yep.
Question: or do you live in America?
Yeah. Why?
What do
Ask
you
what a W-2 is.
Yeah. Do you know what a W-2 form is?
Yeah.
What is it?
Isn't it like a thing for work? I'm only 18, so I may sound stupid, but like, isn't it something you fill out for like work stuff?
Yeah, you're good. Okay. And what pronouns do you go by?
Sorry. What'd you say?
What pronouns do you go by?
He, she.
And are you a Christian?
I am, but I'm not at the same time. I can explain if you want.
All right. Well, yeah, I'm gonna need an explanation for that, and then maybe we'll
Yeah.
get to why should I be a Christian.
Yeah, so I would say by stereotype, no. And what I mean by that is nowadays, and this is my personal opinion, nowadays the definition of what a Christian is has very, 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 very much altered than what it is meant to be. And the reason I say that is like now when I see what people in the church and people that call themselves a Christian, what they're presenting, what they're what's the word, like what they're trying to show is completely different than what the initial intent of Christianity is. And I believe that the base of Christianity is just the belief, like in the verse, like John 3:16, it's for God to love the world, gave his one and only son, whoever believes in blah, blah, blah. That's Christianity. And that
so-
if you believe
Yeah,
in that, you are a
we
Christian.
agree.
But
Just
now
because
so
you
many
don't
people
like
change
what
that.
your just because you don't like what your group does doesn't mean that
Yeah.
you're not a part of it. We
Yeah.
understand that there's a lot of them and they have diverse opinions.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, we were Christian before. We've lived on this planet for quite some time.
Mhm.
We've met quite a few of them. They make
I'm
up
more
around.
just specify because so many people, because the way that I am and the way that I live my life, a lot of people say that I would not be a Christian because, again, what Christian, like whatever. But I personally believe that I am.
I will say on the Bible Guy show, our base definition for what a Christian is someone who believes that Jesus is the Christ.
So yes, then
and
I
the
am
Son
one.
of God. All right. Why should I be Christian?
I'm gonna give you the flat answer. Is I personally am saying you shouldn't, but the reason I say that is, again, how completely altered the religion is. Because I believe that people will tell you
Well, no,
that,
why
like
should
for
I?
example, if you're
Why should I believe that Jesus is the Christ and the Son of God?
I'd say for one, there is certain proofs of it. And also too, like, I think that in some way it gives that, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, there's so much proof passed down through years, and like not hope, that's not the right word I'm looking for, but like the proof to lead to the hope of it being real.
What's the reason
does it
why I
make
should
sense? I
think
don't
that
know.
it's true?
Because of the proofs of it, and also
Like what?
like people have found proof through the Bible, through proofs. I mean, it's hard. I don't entirely know how to answer this question because I feel like I go back and forth with.
I mean, my main reason why I left Christianity was because the
Mhm.
fact that the central claim of the New Testament being that Jesus is the Messiah is evidently not true because of the fact that he did not fulfill any prophecies about the Messiah from the Old Testament.
I think he definitely did, because I know for example, literally just the death on the cross was a prophecy.
It's not, though. There's no prophecy about the
How
Messiah
so?
dying on a cross. There are passages
Well, not
from the Old
specifically
Testament
dying on the cross,
or
but
dying at all.
Yeah, there is.
Like what?
Prophecies where it's spoken that the Son of God will die for the people, or be be a sacrifice for the people.
Nothing like that in the Old Testament. There are passages which have been taken out of context and sometimes even mistranslated to make it seem as if it's about a Messiah who dies and suffers, but in reality, there's no passage in the Old Testament that says the Messiah, the Son of God, would suffer for the sins of anybody. See,
have you read the Bible? Have you read the Bible, Neo?
What'd you say?
Have you read the Bible?
I mean, I've not like word for word every single thing of it, but I've grown up in the Christian faith and I've read a significant amount of it.
Well, I guess I'm asking, have you read the Hebrew Bible, like the first half?
Like the Old Testament?
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, not word for word, but yes.
So,
like, I may have missed a couple chapters or whatever.
Let me give you an example of what I mean when
Yeah,
I
go
talk
for it.
about authors of the New Testament misquoting the Old Testament to make it look like Jesus is fulfilling prophecy. Often what gets brought up in these conversations is Isaiah 7:14, which in the King James Version says, "Therefore the Lord himself will give you a sign. Behold, a virgin shall conceive and bear a son, and shall
Mhm.
and call his name Emmanuel. So it makes it sound as if it's
Yeah.
prophesying Jesus's virgin birth. But what
Mhm.
happens is that when we go back into the original language of the Old Testament, Hebrew, we see that
Mhm.
in the original language, it doesn't say anything about a virgin who will conceive. It says, Hine ha'alma hara, behold, the young woman is pregnant, not a virgin shall become pregnant. And in its original context, it's not even about a woman from the time of Jesus. It's a woman who lived during the time of the prophet Isaiah. But it gets mistranslated and taken out of context to make it look as if it's about Jesus. Or
Hmm.
a really good example is Hosea 11, verse 1. The author
Mhm.
of the Gospel of Matthew quotes it. In the original context, it says, When Israel was a child, I loved him, and out of Egypt I called my son. It's about the Exodus. But the author of the
Yeah.
Gospel of Matthew sees Jesus goes to Egypt and says, Thus was fulfilled the words of the prophet, out of Egypt I called my son. But it wasn't anything, it wasn't even about the Messiah. It wasn't even a prophecy. It was about Israel and remembering an event from the past. That's why I don't think Jesus is the
I
Messiah,
get you.
because the authors of the New Testament have to misquote the Old Testament in order to make it look like Jesus fulfilled prophecy.
Yeah, I get you.
Does the Bible need to be true, like in order, or does it need to be consistent? And do the expectations of the Hebrew Bible are they important
I
to
mean, for
determine
somebody to
whether?
believe in the Christian faith, then technically, yeah, it should be consistent.
What
Because,
if
like,
I
the
were to?
Bible is the base of the religion, so, like, yeah, it should be consistent.
I'm not trying to appeal to our own authority because I'm going to first say you should read it word for word. You should take the
Mhm.
time. Honestly, like it's there's some really good, like it's good literature. Like just reading it from
Yeah, I get
a
you.
reading standpoint. But what I'm saying is you should read it, and you
Mhm.
should start from the very beginning, and you should
Mhm.
read it from a good translation. And I would be curious to see how it jives, and reading it as if you've never heard any sort of Christian, reading it from as objective a standpoint as possible,
Yeah,
and
I get
everybody
you.
wins.
Anything else, Neo?
What'd you say? I'm sorry, you glitched. I'm so sorry.
Is it anything else?
No, sir.
All right. Well, hey, thank you for calling in, and give us another call when you can think of a really good proof for Christianity.
You good? Have a good one.
There was someone who was waiting, but I guess they got too impatient and they left. So I guess now we'll bring up Mo Silver. Mo Silver, I'm going to ask you the same 3 questions I ask every one of my guests, irrespective of who they are, and then we'll get to the conversation. Question number 1: Are you at least 18 years old?
Hello.
Hello, are you at least 18 years old?
Oh.
Are you driving?
Hello.
Hello?
Can you hearing me?
Are you driving?
Hello.
Hello?
Hi, I'm sorry. Can you hearing me?
Yes, are you driving?
Am I driving?
Yes.
No, I'm not driving. Why?
I heard your turn signal.
Yeah, so that doesn't mean I'm driving. I'm sitting next to my friend who's driving.
Really? Turn the camera on and let me see them.
I don't think I have enough followers to turn on the camera. I can try. I have 40 followers.
Just have them say hi.
Have them say hi.
يا محمد كلم على انا ماني كنت اتكلم على He doesn't want to say hi.
Was that just you in a different voice?
No.
I'll just allow this for now. Are you a Christian?
Am I a Christian? Alhamdulillah.
No.
That's a no.
That's a no.
No, I am a Christian.
You are a
You
Christian.
are a Christian?
Yes. You know the word Alhamdulillah. Do you know what it means?
Yeah, it means God, so it could be Christian. It's just Arabic
No,
for
it's
no.
very close. So
like,
it
of
means.
course.
So Alhamd means all thanks,
All
Allah
thanks to
is
God.
So it means all,
Yes.
all thanks to God.
That's what Ashlyn was pointing
So
out.
yes.
But
Yeah,
anyways,
there's Yalla, there's like a ton of different phrases that
Mashallah.
Mashallah,
Inshallah.
Inshallah.
So
I'm
I'm
gonna have to figure out the Muslim phrase to say "fuck God." But anyways, Mo Silver, why should I be a Christian?
Why not, brother? What are you doing now?
I'm sitting in my chair, waiting for someone.
Okay.
I'm just a boy, waiting for a girl, but also waiting for a Christian to tell me why I should be a Christian.
A boy waiting for a girl, waiting for a Christian.
It's a record. Yeah,
It's funny. You guys are pretty. I heard you guys for a total maybe 3 minutes. I think you guys are pretty interesting. I like you guys. But listen, man, there's a lot of reasons to be Christians. Number one, I mean, so let's start with just having God in your life in general, right? I think having God in someone's life gives a sense of fulfillment. I think.
I have a sense of fulfillment already in my life.
That's good, but I think that everyone's sense of fulfillment is temporary. No one really truly feels fulfilled.
Yours is also temporary, because when you die, that sense of fulfillment will cease to exist.
That's according to your non-theist,
worldview.
What was that? That this is according to your atheist belief, right?
No, this is according to my naturalist belief.
Your naturalist belief, and based on your naturalist belief, you don't believe that there is a God, correct?
I don't believe there's an afterlife.
You don't believe there's an afterlife because, I mean, okay, we can play semantics. No problem, brother. You're a naturalist, not an atheist. Okay.
I'm both.
According to your naturalist, right. That's fine. Whatever, man. It's not. I'm not here to argue with you, man. Your belief is your belief, brother. And I respect that. But what I'm saying is, this is again my opinion. That's why I keep saying I think. I think a true, full sense of fulfillment. To be fully fulfilled has to be something eternal.
I get that. I get that every time I have an orgasm.
It's an eternal fulfillment.
Internal or eternal?
Eternal.
Oh, I don't think.
Internal.
I don't think such a thing exists. You have to prove it to me.
I mean, there's some things you just can't prove.
Oh,
right?
then I'm not going to believe it.
There are some things that.
Then I'm not going to believe it.
I mean, I don't know. Prove to me that it's dark in China right now. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know. I could video chat someone in China, I guess, or I could just show you a satellite image of China right now, and we'll see if it's dark.
Right. And how do you know this satellite image in China is accurate?
Because it's accurate where
I'm at. Do you
know
how many things?
Because it's accurate.
You know how many things?
Because of how satellites work.
No. How do you know?
Wait a second. Are you saying that the same probability as to the darkness or lightness of China is the same as to whether or not a Christian God exists?
I'm not speaking about probability. I'm talking about proof. I'm talking
that's
about
what I'm saying.
knowing something.
Do you have any proof equal, or do you have any proof equal for God that I have that it's dark in China right now?
No, of course it's not the same probability. No, I'm not saying this is the same level. I'm not saying this.
Then why?
But I'm saying I'm talking about proof.
Why bring it up? Why bring it up? Why bring it up? Why do it?
No, because I brought it up. My argument is not.
Am I going crazy?
It's probability.
Like
no, brother. You asked me. Do you mind if I answer your question? And you asked me why I brought it up, right? Because there is a valid reason for me to bring this argument up.
Yeah, go ahead. Show us.
You're
Wait,
asking,
what did I miss?
You're asking for proof, right?
Just me going crazy.
You're asking for proof, and what I'm saying is
proof,
there's really
not proof, just evidence.
No, evidence is okay. That's not a problem then. So, what type of evidence do you want? So, evidence can be someone's personal story, someone's personal experience,
something that I can independently verify.
So someone's experience you cannot independently verify?
I cannot. No.
Why wouldn't their witness, their story be verification enough?
Because I don't know whether or not you're lying to me
Hey.
or whether or not you're able to accurately recount your story to me.
Mo Silver, why aren't you? If you sound like you're probably extremely culturally affected by Islam, why aren't you a Muslim? If you can just go by personal experience, why aren't you Hindu? Why aren't you all the other religions where everyone has their own personal experience?
So you're right, I'm not culturally affected by Islam in any way, actually, but I am surrounded by Muslims.
That would be culturally affected by it.
No, actually, I'm not. It's not Islam is a religion.
You open by
Right?
saying Alhamdulillah. That is a great example of cultural affect.
Yeah. Yeah, which they. So I want to tell you guys something. Maybe. So Alhamdulillah, when somebody asks if they're Muslim, started in the Christianity in the first century.
No.
They used to say, "Thank you. Are you a Christian? Yes, thank God for the good news. Thank God."
No, there's no evidence that they would say that.
Okay, no problem. As far as saying, Assalamu alaikum, the Muslims, Assalamu alaikum, or peace unto you, this was Christ who first used this greeting.
Actually, it comes from Jews, by the way. That one comes from Jews. We can take credit for that one.
Christ did not speak Arabic. Christ would have spoken Aramaic.
Yeah, I understand. It's still a Semitic language, but that's not the point.
Well, so is Hebrew.
I feel like I'm going insane.
Because we're trying to pin down accuracy, and you can't just say things and then us just not clarify what they mean. This isn't straw manning your position. If I was straw manning your position,
no, you are
also trying real hard to prove that he's not Muslim.
Your argument is saying what language Christ spoke. That's your argument.
That's not a straw man.
Yes, it is because
that's the question. Okay.
The argument I'm presenting.
Mo, why should I be? Why should I be a Christian?
You should be a Christian because Christians don't strawman arguments.
Yes,
That's
they
why.
do. Yes, they do.
I think that.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
Has a Christian ever said to an atheist that the Big Bang is an explosion?
It wasn't. I wasn't being serious, guys. I was joking around.
We'll get better at taking telling jokes.
Mo, I have a lot of experience with my ex for and I'm still really good friends with them. They're Palestinian and Christian. The fact that you would say that you're not culturally affected by it, by a religion that dominates the region, is kind of a wild fucking thing to say. Yes, it is. It is extremely dominant in that area. It affects the legislative bodies. It affects when people are at shops or whatever because of holiday, what celebrations you're doing, what type of things are permitted in society and what aren't.
What you can wear, what you can eat, where you can go if you're, who you are.
Yeah. So thank you for letting me know what's affecting me in my country. I appreciate it.
What country? What country are you in?
What country?
But I live in Egypt, so we are. I'm not culturally affected in any way. I don't have to dress a certain way.
We got a unique Christian here because here's the thing, bud. Christianity is a sponge.
Someone send a call out to Ems. Someone send Ems. Ems is Egyptian.
Yeah, Christianity is a sponge. Wherever Christianity goes, it absorbs the local culture and then it colors that particular strain of Christianity. The Christianity of Egypt is going to be affected by Egyptian culture. The Christianity of Greece is going to be affected by Grecian culture. That's just how Christianity functions.
Are you a cop? Are you cop or are you Amajid?
I'm sorry?
Are you cop or Amajid?
I don't know what Amajid is. I'm Copt, yes.
Yeah.
Amajid, I don't think that's an Egypt. What is the Amajid?
It's Western Egypt, Libya.
Western Egypt, Libya?
Yeah, Amajid.
I don't know. Maybe I'm not just not. Maybe you're pronouncing it.
Some
With an
people
accent.
call it Berber, but I think that's not appropriate.
Aywa al-Barbar, yes, the Barbar, yeah. I think it's just your, I don't.
I still am not 1% closer to realizing why I should be a Christian.
It's okay, but we're having a fruitful conversation. Then when
Is
it's
it?
entertaining. I don't know. Are you? Maybe it's for me. Maybe I'm boring you.
I feel like I'm going fucking. I feel like I'm going fucking insane.
I don't know why. And maybe it's because you're an atheist. You don't have God in your life.
No, I was more insane when I was a Christian.
You think so? Why? Why do you think that is?
I was a grown ass man with an imaginary friend.
Okay, so I want to ask you a question.
Hey, Dalton, you're triggering people that may have what's the term for it? Yeah. Like audit for the slurping and the eating.
All done.
Okay.
I thought that.
Well,
Yeah,
I got another guest who wants to come up, so I think I'm just going to move on to them. And thank you.
Yeah, can you bring them up? We'll
Yeah, King Brunson's going to be our last guest for the night. King, I'm going to ask you 3 questions. I ask the same 3 questions to everyone who comes up. Question number 1, are you at least 18 years old?
Yes.
Question number 2, what pronouns do you go by?
He, him.
And then question number 3, are you a Christian?
I'm a Brunsonist. I follow Jalen Marquise Brunson of the New York Knicks.
So that's a no.
No, I don't.
You're only doing a 2-hour stream today?
No, I'm doing a 3-hour stream today.
Did you start at 5?
I started at 4 because I was impatient.
Oh.
Also, we need to wrap up Baldur's Gate as soon as possible. There's only 2 days left before.
Yeah, I get it. You're abandoning me.
Assassin's Creed
I get it.
Recent comes out.
You're abandoning me.
You're goddamn right. Rainbow Ghost. I mean, you can watch.
Hello.
I know you like watching. Rainbow Ghost. Are you at least? I mean, hi, welcome back.
They're friendly.
I know. They've been on the panel
yes.
twice already today. That's why it's.
You could call me a voyeur, Dalton, if you'd like.
Yes, you are.
I was going to tell you the nerdy things that I found about agency detection and pack bonding.
Yes, you said you went and did the research and that they are connected.
Yeah. They are connected. They're distinct things, but both of them are very just related to the evolution of a social species, basically. So they overlap a lot.
Just based on my comment.
Oh, sorry, I got distracted because holy hell! 1 second, at Mike B. Den with the $50.
Oh shit!
Hey Dalton. Hey Mike. Today's episode of the Bible Guy Show has been brought to you by Mike B. Den. Everyone should be like Mike B. Den. Thank you so much. And also, with the $20 from Mike B. Den, how fucking stupid and boring this guest is. I don't know when you sent the super chat because it could have been sent at any point in today's live. But hey, Mike, thank you so much, bud. Much appreciated.
$70.
Yeah. That's
Nice.
gonna help pay and help me from dying. But anyways, you said that yes, they are connected.
Yeah, they're both connected to evolving as a social species. So knowing that something has agency and then using that fact that they have agency or our assumption that they have agency to bond with them. So both of them would also probably be related to religion.
Is this based on my comment from earlier about the spandrel hypothesis?
Yeah,
Nice.
I got super interested in it.
That makes me feel like $3 trillion before taxes.
Yay.
I love that. Steven, I'm gonna ask you 3 questions. Are you at least 18?
Go on, hello? Go on. What? I didn't hear you. What did you say?
Are you at least 18?
Yes, I am.
What pronouns do you go by?
I don't know, like man, he, him.
He, him. All right.
Yeah.
And are you a Christian?
Yeah.
All right. Why should I be a Christian?
Because so being a Christian is not about a religion. I mean, you probably heard that a lot. Because you just have a.
It's factually incorrect.
No, it's not though.
It is. Christianity is a religion. If you participate in Christianity, you are participating in a religion. And I know what you're about to say. It's relationship, not religion. Those aren't mutually exclusive propositions. It can be both. When I was a Christian, I thought I had a relationship with Jesus, but I also recognized that by the very definition of what the word religion means, I also participate in a religion, and that my religion was the way in which I had a relationship with Jesus and with God.
Okay, so when do you say you're a Christian? What are the procedures? What do you think you have to go through these stuff to be a Christian, or you can just be it now, at any time?
Depends on the version of Christianity you belong to.
Okay, so just like a born again Christian, do you know that?
Evangelical. I grew up evangelical. Yeah, the idea with an evangelicalism is that you can, as long as you profess with your mouth that Jesus Christ is Lord and that God raised him from the dead, you will be saved from your sins.
All right. So do you think that is actually a religion? Because
Yes.
there is no actual
Yes,
how prove it.
Evangelical Christianity is a religion. As a religion is the devotion and worship of a deity, of a God, and you are devoted to and worship a God, namely Jesus Christ.
So why do you think it's bad, or why you don't believe it?
I don't believe in it because no one's given me a good reason to believe in it.
So if someone gives you a good reason, you're just gonna believe in it. It's like that.
If they give me a good reason that's evidence-based, that would change my mind, then I would have to believe in Christianity.
By the way, that's the only reason that people believe in things, when they have a good reason to.
Yes.
When at least they feel like they have a good reason to.
So let me ask you about something, yeah? Do you believe in Satanists?
Do I think that Satanists exist, or do I think that Satanism is true?
Yeah.
Which version of Satanism?
Do they exist?
Satanists do exist. Both theistic Satanists exist and atheistic Satanists exist. I think atheistic Satanists are just like, they're cool people, sure. Theistic Satanists are just edgy Christians.
So what about the Holy? What about Epstein?
I don't know what his religious convictions were.
Have you read the files?
Do you mean the Donald Trump files? No, I haven't read them.
No, the Epstein files.
Yeah, we call them the Donald Trump files now.
Okay, the Trump files. Okay. Yeah, but so there's like a lot of mentioning of the deity Baal.
No, there's not. Do you know who is mentioned?
It was a bank account.
Do you know who is
God damn.
Do you know who is mentioned in the Epstein files over and over again? God.
Yeah.
Jesus is also mentioned in the Epstein files. But none of this is going to tell me whether or not your religion is true. If Epstein worshipped Satan or Baal or whatever, no one worships Baal, by the way, anymore. Even if they did, they would also be wrong. Those gods don't exist either.
So they're just doing it for fun, you're telling me?
They're doing it because they would be convinced that God exists. But I'm not convinced that any of those gods exist. I think that if a Satanist believes in a literal Satan, they're just as silly as you.
Sadistic weird people do sadistic weird things.
Yeah.
Okay, so so from your perspective, yeah, so 2 billion of Christians are dumb and all of the atheists are right.
They can have you can have smart Christians. They just might be engaging in
they're wrong.
Cognitive. Yeah, they're wrong. Obviously, if I don't believe in God, I would think that they're all wrong. Otherwise, if I didn't think they were wrong, I would be a Christian. Also, yes, I love balls. Everybody, all the balls.
So yeah, let me ask you something. Let me ask you one more thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So were you actually a Christian, or you just?
I was actually a Christian. I spent hours every day praying to Jesus in prayer.
Wait, show him the photo.
Oh God, yeah, okay. I have a photo of myself from back when I was a Christian. Here, let me pull it up. Let me see. Open image, in new tab.
By the way, Dalton, is this how the entire live went? Like, I feel like this has been excruciating.
Yes, this is how the entire life has gone today.
Stephen, do you
Uh,
think that you brought anybody closer to Christianity today? Oh my God, that's an amazing
Yeah,
picture.
actually, I have.
this is me as an
Uh-huh.
altar server.
Yeah, I thought you were a priest. Okay.
No,
Altar boy. Yeah. Okay.
yeah. Well, I was a grown ass man, so an altar server.
So,
I was too old for the priest to fuck. But anyways,
but you grow your hair back because
yes,
you okay.
my hair has grown back since then.
Okay, when you change to an atheist, you grow your hair back.
I've been bald as both an atheist. I've been bald as a Christian. I've had hair as a Christian. I've had hair as an atheist. I don't know why the fuck we're talking about my hair.
No, I'm just surprised. Yeah, but
So do you have a reason?
Well, yeah, I told like actually. So do you know the prophecy that have been true?
No,
Which one?
Yeah.
Are you claiming?
Yeah.
Are you
So,
claiming?
okay. No, I'm gonna say. Okay. So there's one in Revelation. Do you want the exact verse?
Are you about to bring up Euphrates River?
That and more.
Yeah.
Rumors about the war. Everything.
How many times has the Euphrates River ever dried up before?
No, it hasn't.
It has.
Yes, it has.
Periodically.
Yeah, Jesus
fucking Christ.
Rivers dry up all the fucking time.
No. That's the Euphrates River. I've been dried up.
The Euphrates River. Why do you think the Euphrates River is the one river in the world that has never dried up?
I mean, do you got proof for it?
That's what rivers do. They fucking dry up and then they fill back up. Every river in the world has had droughts.
Yeah, but how do you gonna support that statement?
The Euphrates River specifically dries up like almost annually, doesn't it?
No,
it's
it
like
does
a lot.
not.
Yeah,
It does
it's
it
quite
very,
often.
very frequently.
It has been
It's
dried
so
up
often
like
they
this.
like make this claim like at least every other year that it's the end times.
Right, I think it was like last year that it did it. And it's done it several times before that.
Source?
Why should I think that the Euphrates River is a special condition that is the one and only river in the world that doesn't do this?
I mean, I can give you more prophecies if you don't like that one.
Yeah, that's like the lamest fucking prophecy you could ever give me. River will dry up.
Okay.
Man, rivers do that shit all the time.
And it's gonna change into the shape of Omega. Do you know that? I mean, it says in the Bible.
It doesn't say that the rivers will change into the shape of the letter Omega. That's not in the Bible.
It does. It is. Check it out.
The only time that the word Omega is ever brought up in the Bible is twice in the book of Revelation when Jesus says, "I am the Alpha and the Omega." That's it.
I'll show you the.
Yeah, show me the verse where it says the river will be changed to the shape of the letter Omega. God damn. People wonder why I lose my mind when this is the best that it's brought up to me.
Is this the part where Steven disappears to go look something up and then we never hear from him again?
Probably.
No, I'm gonna come back.
Omega phony. That's actually a really great joke because megaphone also like never
There's
mind.
layers to it. I like it.
Yeah, there's layers, and it was totally unintentional.
Oh, this is why Dalton goes bald. Because I pull my hair out from these conversations.
It's funny when he was talking about the balding thing, I was just thinking about like, yeah, I've seen a lot of glow ups when people leave Christianity. I'm not gonna
I mean,
like, people just look less stressed.
I'm not as fat as I used to be when I was a Christian.
Hmm.
So there's that, I guess.
I had the worst cortisol face when I was a Christian. I looked so puffy and tired.
Let's see. Steven?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, where's this prophecy at?
I'm just gonna find the
Here, I'll just beat
find
you
in
to
my
it.
book because
Here.
I can't.
Does the
No, if I go
Bible
to
Does the
if I go
Bible
to
ever say that the Euphrates River will turn into the shape of the letter Omega? No. Wow, shocker.
I mean, it does change into it though.
Has nothing to do with the Bible.
Why not?
Do you know what the book of Revelation says at the very beginning of it when it says that all these things are supposed to happen?
In the end times, yeah.
No. Read the opening lines. What does it say?
Wait, let me open it.
The revelation of Jesus Christ, which he gave unto them to show his servants the things which must shortly come to pass. Not 2,000 years come to pass.
It says, I'm the Alpha and the Omega, and the first and the last. That's
Verse
it.
1.
Verse 1, yeah. Revelations 1. Oh, verse 1. You said verse 1. Okay.
What does verse 1 say?
It says the revelation of Jesus Christ, which God gave him. Oh wait, give me a second.
Nope, that is the correct verse.
Is that the correct verse? Okay. There was a Jesus Christ God began to show his servants what must soon take place. He made it known by sending his angels to his servants.
When does it say these things must come to pass?
So okay, I have to check it in Google probably because I don't know what my Bible doing.
You just read it out loud. We all heard what it said. I have it on the screen. Jesus fucking Christ. The revelation of Jesus Christ, which God gave unto him to shew unto his servants the things which must what come to pass? Shortly. Is 2,000 years later Is 2,000 years later shortly?
Yeah, in God time, yeah.
And God time. And God time. Is God talking to other gods when he wrote this?
No, he's not.
Is he writing to humans?
Yeah, he is.
Does it make any sense to write in God time to humans? Is God
a lot of things
is God a bad communicator?
No, he's not. If he was, he wouldn't understand anything.
Then maybe if God is an effective communicator, when he speaks to humans and uses time frames, he'll use human time frames.
I mean,
that's
why would he do that though?
Because he wants to effectively communicate to his audience and doesn't want them to be confused as fuck. But you know what they say? He is the god of confusion because all of you fuckers are confused as hell. So, what prophecy has been fulfilled?
So, it also says, I mean, the book of Revelation also says there will be rumors of war and
That's not the book of Revelation. That's Matthew chapter 24. Jesus says there will be wars and rumors of wars. Has there ever been a time in history where there were not wars and rumors of wars?
I mean, everything happening together, that makes it...
Nope, Stephen.
Why not?
Has there ever been a time when there hasn't been wars and rumors of wars?
Does he know what happened after the destruction of the temple in 70?
There were literally wars and rumors of wars within the 100 years after Jesus is dead.
Yeah,
Does
but
he know who Emperor Nero was?
Can you give us a prophecy that's a bit more specific and isn't something that's always been happening?
Okay, I'll give you one. Wait a second. Sorry, crazy words. One. Oh yeah. So It says, I don't know. Wait, let me check which verse, yeah? 'Cause it'll be easy for you. I just give the word.
I didn't understand a word you just said to me. What?
So there is one time it says, your. Okay, give me a second. I'll find out the words. Give me a second.
I'll give you 5 minutes to find it, and no more. Before it's too late says Jesus Christ died, correct. For our sins, no. Was buried, questionable, and rose again, definitely not. He's heckin' dead.
500 people saw it. All right.
Nope, they did not.
They did.
They didn't.
How are you gonna prove it?
Yeah, how are you gonna prove they did? Do you know anything about these 500 people? Name one of them.
John.
How do you know that John's one of the 500?
Because John saw it. John wrote it.
Where does John say, and I was a member of the 500?
I mean, John, he says he saw Jesus.
No, no, some anonymous person says that they saw Jesus, and it's not even them, right? It's not even them writing. It's a group of people who's saying, and you didn't read the ending of the Gospel of John then, because it's a group of people saying, and we believe his testimony. This is some anonymous person who's telling a group of people who wrote this work about this. So no, not one of the 500.
So you telling me John, Matthew, they all didn't
Here, don't get distracted. Don't get distracted. Go find me that. Go find me that prophecy. You're wasting time. You got 3 minutes left.
So you know the book of Joel. Joel, chapter 2, verse 28 to 29.
What about
it? Do you know it?
Is this the one where they will dream dreams and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
Has there ever been a time where people didn't dream dreams and see visions?
So you know it's happening right now because there's been a lot of.
It's always been happening. People have always dreamed dreams and have always seen visions. Do you know who Joseph is?
Yeah, I know who Joseph is.
Did Joseph from the Old Testament?
Okay. Yeah.
Did Joseph dream dreams?
Who Jesus' dad? I mean stepdad?
No, from the Old Testament.
Can you specify?
All right.
You don't know who Joseph is?
I forgot. I'm sorry.
Nah. Just no. I'm not putting up with it. Mike B. Den with the $10. My savior, my actual Lord and Savior, Mike B. Den. Do you still have that dress? You can use it as a great Halloween costume. Oh, you don't. I was like, what dress? You talking about the robes, the robes that I wore? No, I never owned them. I would go to church. I would go into the rectory, and then I would, they had like a bunch of different robes that were different sizes, and I would pick one that roughly fit me and put it on for mass. So no, I didn't own it. Actually, for Halloween, I already got something planned for this year. It's gonna rely on like a green screen outfit and some other VFX stuff that I want to be doing. Emperor, why do you keep bringing up Isaiah 41 verse 10? Why?
I don't know. Emperor is like
Weird.
stalking me. It's so strange. Like he has to come in here every single live and tag me 50 million times and say weird things. Like he's the one, or I don't know. Like I haven't been paying attention. Just stop being like creepy towards me.
They're also creepy towards me. They're very obsessed with my sex life. Yeah. Christians, I want you to know that if Jesus does exist, he's disappointed in all of you for being so shit at convincing other people to be Christian. Be better. Anyways, let's see who's live right now that I can send you crazy kids off to. There's no other God. I think get rid of the word other, and you're good to go. Let's see.
Oh wow. Jin for politics is live. Mezzo, Joel are live, and so is Robot Goat.
I haven't sent.
Oh, Sorik. Sorik is live.
Man, there's so many options to pick from.
Right?
Guys, I'm gonna send you all over to. So on TikTok, y'all go over to see Sork, SORC, and on YouTube, you guys go over and say hi to Joel and Mezzo. So y'all go over to Mezzo on YouTube, and on TikTok, y'all go see Sork, and let them all know that the Bible guy is still alive. Is Sork live or is he on a panel? Oh, that's a good question, actually. I can't tell.
I'm pretty sure if it's the following thing, it means that they're live individually.
It's either them or Lathe. It looks like he's live, and then Lathe's on his panel. So, oh, but Robot Goat just went live. Okay, so actually,
I said Robot Goat. You didn't hear me.
oh, okay. Then instead, everyone, just because we know that they're live, go over to Robot Goat and tell him that the Bible guy says hi, and then everyone else go over and see either Mezzo or Joel Reads Bible. Look, y'all have so many fucking options. Go and be a representative of the community. And with that, I've been the Bible guy, slowly but surely going insane. Remember to keep reading, keep learning, and we'll see you all again. I'm going live on probably this Thursday on Jovan's show. I might do a live tomorrow, so maybe you'll see you guys tomorrow. Anyways, bye, fuckers.
Bye.
Born from dust and questioning fire, wielding truth like a sword of desire. Ancient scrolls and cosmic flame, he tears through myth, he breaks the chain. Echoes of prophets, the scars align, knowledge and thunder intertwine. Reason ascends where blind faith fell. He reads the word and he reads it well. The Bible guide, seeker of the light. Through time and fire he rides the night, with reason's blade and wisdom's cry. The world shall hear the Bible guide. Scrolls of ages, words aflame. He dares to question